We're back.
You don't want to waste any of this gold.
No bullet head, no bullet crown this time.
I got a rash every time. Heavy lies the crown. Because I don't know if you're supposed to have shell casings touch your skin for lengths of time. It turns out.
It's a small price to pay.
Dude, the next episode of Mystery Boys, I have it on. And when my head got a ring around, I'm like, I can't wear it no more. I got to either... I'm going to have to figure out how to make...
Sorry, just get a mask. Just get a mask like that dude on Fox.
Who's that? Oh, I don't have those kind of connect. Can Todd do that?
Hell yeah, Todd can do
Todd
that.
can make me a very realistic...
Todd can make you your own face mask that you can wear, your own skin suit.
I wish I told him the timetable correctly to have my Kabbalah outfit. Because I told Todd 3 different things I was thinking of. One is how every I don't even know if it counts as cholo, but every young Hispanic type not Hispanic. Mexican's not Hispanic, is it? Hispanic's Puerto
same
Rican.
thing, same shit.
It is?
I think so.
I think they're the same.
Yeah, Mexicans are Hispanics. Steve, he was Steve.
I say
I identify
Steve's
as
half
all
Mexican.
of them.
Latinx?
All of it.
Nobody wants to be Latinx. Sounds like a gas they deploy at the border to prevent migration. Deploy the Latinx. Anyway, all these kids have you see all these kind of, I don't know if they're Mexican or but they have bowl haircuts like Mo from the Three Stooges. They all look like Mo. Which I find there was a shelter in place advisory in Austin not long ago because these kids, I don't know, they'll get that Generation Alpha Mo haircut. And I want to have a wig like a bull haircut, and I do terrible face tattoos.
Yeah, and their hairline goes halfway down their forehead, so they have to shave it up. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! I mean, I don't know how face tattoos became a thing, but I just assume that many people have been viciously molested as children. You know?
You think that has something to do with the face tattoos?
Well, I mean, I used to say, if you meet a pretty girl with neck tattoos up to here, you're like, oh, she was molested up to here. It's sad. People desecrate themselves after things happen to them because I don't know, it's a bad world run by file cannibals. I don't know if we've seen the files, but it's not. Oh, you were just talking to Ben Swan.
Oh yeah, dude, he's great.
Yeah. Oh,
he got fired for talking about this shit 10 years ago.
I know, and he is so not like how I would talk about it because I'm not a journalist. I'm just a jerk off, so I could do whatever the I want. I don't have any credibility. No, also I don't want credibility. I really want to just talk how I want to talk. But Ben Swan, well, you just had him on telling the story. But one thing I found out that Podesta's fat pedo brother, John Podesta's gross brother with his gross art, he's got that bent back body. That's not the Dahmer. That's not a Dahmer.
Oh, that's not the Dahmer body?
As far as I know. Now, maybe I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But if you look up Tracy Twyman research, she talks about it, and I can't remember what it symbolizes, but something like Saturn or something circling the Earth, kind of related to what you were just saying about the Jacques Vallée, Satan rules the atmosphere.
Yeah, right.
It's something real esoteric. I don't know, again, that the artist who made it is aware of all that, but there's illustrations of that. And if you go through, what was it called? It's yet another thing. There's a series that they take her shit down a lot, but people put it back up. But Twyman finds all the Templar stuff, all the fucking, all this symbology.
Yeah.
They're really into that sacred hermaphrodite thing, those Templars. They were all about that. Baphomet is like a dude with tits and a beard. I think it's like Addis wearing his mother's face, like Norman Bates. You know the story of Kybell and Addis?
No.
Well, if you watch The Burrows on... Spoiler.
The old people.
Spoiler alert.
Old people things.
Older things. Yes.
Older things.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
How is it?
It was okay. It's just already it has those. I don't remember the 2 guys who wrote it, what their deal is, but
The Duffers.
No, it's produced by the Duffer Brothers. It's these other guys, and so there's all these mysteries. What's the old lady and the? It's Kybell or Agnatus or something.
Yeah.
It's
There's something weird about there's something weird about dark comedy. It's one thing when you make it kind of like a horror film or a horror series, but then you add in this corny comedy. It loses me.
Well, we learned from, they're just redoing Spielberg from the 80s kind of shit. So that was Cocoon mixed with all this Kybell mythology. Well, all that trans shit we had for 10 years straight where they really pushed it and it wasn't, and I mean like really push it if you notice it, to the point that it was, Tavistock. I think Tavistock Medical Center was named and they got sued in England or something, right? But Tavistock, ooh, what a piece of shit organization that is.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, they're one of the most after I think World War I. I can't remember what it was first called, but Courtney Turner that I had on, and I'm forgetting the guy's name. I had him on an episode of Derp with Kurp, and they have a book called The Final Betrayal that's all about this. But it's just social engineering. So the Beatles, when we got the British invasion, right? Mm-hmm, that's right. Tavistock. That's Tavistock. It doesn't mean people don't have because people I notice will get real. I don't want to say butthurt because they may be, and I don't want to trash them for that, but they get real upset when you talk about their stupid idols. You're not the Beatles, don't you dare, Mm-hmm. Or somebody got, one day I was talking to, something about Tupac being gay, which I just meant because that footage where he's going like this.
He looks gay. He could have been gay.
Right, and the guy was like, my friend, all right, here's a great example. My friend Ari Shafir, when Kobe Bryant died, he tweeted, "I'm glad he's dead." Right, and wow, the intifada the fucking fatwa that was issued.
Wow,
because Kobe was dead, and I thought his Twitter got hacked at the time. I remember because I'm like, why? Because
isn't Ari known for doing that?
Yeah, I should have known, but it's just because it was such a weird thing to me at the time. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I do it every time a famous person dies."
Right.
I go, all right, well.
But Kobe was the line too far.
Well, a bunch of people don't have dads and shit, and they don't have, the shit that they're doing now that everybody doesn't like, social engineering. Why? They did do it to first they did it to the hillbillies, and they did it to the blacks, and now they're going to do it to all of you, but they're doing it. So they stripped everything they had. The nuclear family, they've already broken you down with that.
Right.
Because you used to have your generations of family.
Right.
They don't want nobody building dynasties like that.
No
so
more
you
of
just
that
get mom and dad and the two kids, and then we're going to pretend that's conservatism, right? That was it. I mean, and then the stupid fucking liberals will attack that thing that was already an atomization of your family. And all this stuff is being done because the real important families want to make sure they're in control. That's all. The Earth's run by families that are more important than you. I mean, I don't know you that well, but I'm assuming more important than yours and mine. And that's it. And you just had the NSA guy on talking about it. What do you call them? The something users?
Super users. Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 super users. What is that, out of Revelation?
Probably.
That sounds like the 10 kings and the 10 horns and all that shit.
Yeah. That was probably an apocryphal
What are
text.
they, though? What's a super user?
The super user is the people, there's 10 people that have like the full, how like everyone says that all the UFO back engineer secret black budget stuff is like very siloed or stovepiped. Mm-hmm. They're saying there's 10 people that know everything, that have the full picture.
Wow, fuck them. I would like to say, first of all, go fuck yourselves, whoever you are. And how dare you? And so that guy sat here and told you that America's
and he goes
fake.
to church with one of the super users.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. That's why they have it. So that's how you know America's fake, right there, what the guy just told you. Did we have a super user vote? Does anybody remember that? Oh, I don't. Right? There's just 10. Who appoints the super users again?
How are we going to vote on something we don't even know fucking exists, right?
Democracy's fake. So I
yes.
like, for example, the guy, I was going to have him on my show, but now I think he's some fucking paid Israel shill.
Who?
Spencer. It's Pratt.
Oh.
So he filmed those people setting fires, which of course 100% he was right about. So people were setting. Not only were they already, the state itself wanted to set fires. Not only that, to clear out, because they don't want people. And a lot of rich people thought they maybe weren't part of the burn your shit down people. They are. And they found out that they're not part of the upper class like they might have thought, unfortunately. Then that kicks off a firestorm, if you will, of people burning their shit down, because if the fire's coming, then might as well get insurance and this and that. Or
right.
So there's all kinds of reasons people will start jumping in when there's a big arson thing going on. But I think that's 100% state run. And you watch that jerk off Gavin McInnes afterwards, where he goes, "We got all this investment." He's doing this with his shoulders.
Gavin McInnes or Gavin Newsom?
No, Newsom. Wow. My inaccuracies are really piling up, aren't they? Not McGinnis. He didn't say that.
Imagine Gavin McInnes being the governor of California.
I mean, I am with McGinnis for a governor. Anyway, Spencer, it's like he's back. This is what always happens. Somebody's like kind of well-known, semi-celebrity, right?
Yeah.
And they go, hey, this is wrong. Maybe they're right about it too.
Right.
Which I think he was.
Right.
And but you're not running for shit unless billionaires back you, and unless the billionaire mafias that run California want you in there, you're not in there.
Exactly.
And they happen to be Zionist billionaires. So that's why he's so now we're gonna see this fucking
So you
fake.
think Spencer Pratt's backed by the Zionist billionaires?
Of course. Well, first of all, that's most of everything. I mean, that's most of all the political candidates. They just ran Massey out.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
And then that fucking shaved monkey Dan Bongino goes, oh, I warned them that he has to get on to like crow about it. I'm like,
did you see the ads for the dude who was running against him? Oh my God.
can I see some?
Play the ad.
Do I need help? Do I need headphones or can we see it?
Yeah, we need headphones. Play the Ed Galrain political ads in Kentucky, the commercials for him. The dude does not say a word in the ads.
Yeah, he's a real Kamala.
It's Trump the whole time talking. Tim Dillon did a great bit about this on his recent show. Yeah, play the top one.
All right, here we go.
Watch this shit, dude.
This is a real hero, Ed Galrain. He's a farmer. He's a tremendous war hero. And he's a great patriot. I can tell you, he's strong as hell. He shook my hand. My hand is still recovering.
Handshake.
I'm telling you, that is the greatest candidate. This guy is unbelievable. He is central casting.
Central casting.
Just elect him, Ed Galrain.
Just elect
That's
him.
my complete
Sketch?
and total endorsement.
I'm Ed Galrain, and I approve this message.
Central casting.
Wait, what?
Strong
the,
handshake.
Wait,
Patriot.
That's amazing.
Central casting. Strong handshake. Patriot. War hero. Just elect him.
That was like a comedy. Why would you say central casting?
Exactly.
Dude,
Central casting means like, what does central casting mean to you? When somebody says like that guy's central casting,
that means all Ronald Reagan, another Reagan.
it means like you embody everything about the title of what you are, right? Like if you see like a meth head on the side of the street,
You superficially, but in the end, you will be an actor. That's why you cast an actor. You don't cast a serious leader of anything.
right, exactly.
It's like when you see the looks max.
You're playing a role, and yeah, like the looks maxing stuff.
Yeah, who's that Johnny Looks Maxer? We had a word for that called gay back in the day, but I guess, these kids don't have no gaydar installed. It's like a disk drive in a MacBook. You don't need one. You don't need gaydar. Nothing is anything.
Right.
But this is what I point out to Clav, that beautiful boy who'd be my woman in prison. You work out, Clav, you be my woman. Guys that look like him ain't in charge of jack fucking shit ever. Guys that look like him are not in charge of things. Guys that look like Harvey Weinstein are who are in charge of things. Do you understand? Not Clav, not looks maxers. They're not in charge. And if there is one with any kind of power, then he's gay. He don't go near pussy ever.
Right.
The Templar way. The Teal Templar method.
Kissing each other's taints and the head of Baphomet.
Oh, they did a lot more than that. Yeah, I told you they're O-fights, dude. One of the grossest things there is. And everybody tells you it's not great. Well, I mean, look, if I got to drink a bowl of in your church, I already feel like your church is not good.
Right.
I feel like, dude, you got to drink this bowl of for power. I'm not a power.
That's what the
hungry.
O-fights do. They drink bowls of.
It's what the O-fight does.
Yeah, the Ed Galrain.
It's because life force and but by the way, that grossness is I said it on the last Mystery Boys, which is #1 trending podcast on Spotify. Not a big deal.
Fuck yeah! Shout out to Mystery Boys.
No.
Great podcast.
Yeah, and
But I never got the fucking mojito recipe.
Oh yeah, I just said you just drink some straight rum and dress
mint?
like a chick or something. I think there's a really simple recipe.
You
by
guys
the
blue
end.
balls us with the mojito recipe.
A great mojito, a big bowl of. That's what you have to sign up to Patreon.
And snake venom.
H-E. Anyway.
If you enjoy watching our show on Spotify or YouTube and you want to be more involved, I encourage you to please come check out our Patreon community. Not only does our Patreon community get every episode you see on YouTube early, fully uncensored, and ad-free, but we're also doing Patreon exclusive episodes as well as live Q&As, and you can get your personal questions answered by our guests every single week. For me, being able to collaborate and communicate back and forth with our Patreon community every week has been huge. And this is my way of saying thank you for the cost of a cup of coffee a month. Now back to the show.
It's parasites is the what I think is going to turn out to be with the non-human intelligence, because your DNA.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that.
Yeah, your DNA. I mean, it's not scientific. I don't think what I'm saying. I mean, I don't have any science about it.
It's toxoplasmosis, right? Basically.
Well, that's one thing Templars were doing supposedly is like, I don't know exactly how they got those precious, weird parasite eggs in their brain to make them fearless. Did they just huff the cat's asshole? I just say that. I don't know the method.
Oh, I thought you saw a source.
I've never been as the great. I haven't been. But that Temple of Solomon, wherever their base was, they found something under there. So I don't know that it was a temple to Yahuwah under there. Solomon, remember, ended up a bad guy. He wasn't a good guy. So when people do Solomonic magic, as if that's like you're on the side of good or, people talk like that. Mm-hmm. No, that's when Solomon was doing human sacrifice and shit with his scumbag wives that were also filthy pagans. Did you read the story? So there's all these people that really the Temple of Solomon. And then the story, if you're an occultist, is that he got demons to do it for him. Were those just non-Jews, by the way? Did you just get some slaves and that's what you're saying? I don't know, maybe. I think it's a mind control thing at the end of the day. Because mind control is the number one thing they all want. All these motherfuckers, they want perfect. Gore Vidal said it. The goal of every society is total control.
Yes.
And that's the goal. Total
so
fucking
I told
control.
you I started reading the Bible recently, and I started with the
Holy Bible?
Yeah. I started with the end. I'm reading the end first. I'm reading it backwards. And it seems like the part that I'm reading now, I think it's Revelation.
I mean, the end is the beginning is the end in the Bible, though.
Exactly. And it feels like it's all about control. It feels like the whole thing's a control. Well,
they mention the 10 super users that will arise?
Yeah, exactly. and like the fucking ghost, the ghost spirit shows up and tells them they have to go do this and kill that, or else he's going to fuck them in the ass if they don't do.
I don't remember that. What scripture is that?
I think it's one of the first 5 revelations, and he's basically saying like, you got to do this, or you and your children are all going to be killed, and we're going to bless your church, the Church of Smyrna or Pergamum or whatever. There's like 7 churches, and he's basically saying like, you got to follow our rules for us to make your churches, one of the 7 churches. It seems like it's a control system that's being set up.
Did you say one of the 7 churches? Right.
7 something? Was it churches or was it?
Yo, the 7 Mountains Mandate, right? Yeah, from the NAR. I wish I could tell you guys' channel. There's a bald guy with glasses. It used to be in the NAR movement. That's the new apostolic revelation.
Bald guy with glasses.
So Trump is surrounded by these fucking freaks.
You're talking about the Snowden files guy, James Clapper.
No. No. These are religious people. General Flynn, that hero, was at at a Reawaken America event, like where Kash Patel met his Israeli beard. Let's see. Well, I may be putting in bald. Was wrong.
I bet you
put in NAR.
Yeah.
Branham.
Oh my God! Steve actually typed in bald guy with glasses YouTube channel name.
His name is not that.
I typed in NAR, but that seemed to have disappeared.
It's the IHOP. It's called the International House of Prayer. It's out of Kansas City.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fuck. I mean, I would go with XNAR podcast and all caps NAR. Yeah. He'll go through the whole history of it, because most of American, especially Pentecostalism, these things start out as like almost carnival fucking shows, and the people are doing snake handling nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Serpent handling, yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened was a bunch of these hucksters were being bit too much, and they're like, there's got to be a better trick we could do, because I'm seeing getting bit by goddamn snakes. I'm paraphrasing how this guy described. I'm just imagining myself what they were going through. But they started doing all the kind. They had a kid that would levitate back in the day in like the 30s, like just like Chris Angel. Right. But except it's a revival tent.
Right.
Because we need new, at the same time as like pro wrestling and, there's all carnival shit. Mm-hmm. And then this guy, William Branham, who's a absolute piece of shit, gets like anointed by another piece of shit in Canada. But I'm really quoting this very poorly, but I'm just giving you the real gist of it. And then he gets brought down basically the age of like faith healer shit. It comes from like Canada, and then the Kardashian family here was a big part of it. They brought some guy named Avok Hagobian who looked like Jesus. There's another guy they were parading around who looked like Jesus who was in some movie, and I'd see him on Tucker Carlson and other people's shows, and he had like kind of long hair. And he wasn't James Caviezel, but another guy playing Jesus in a thing.
He was on Tucker Carlson's show?
Bunch of people's shows. And unless you're like somebody who watches like, I guess, Christian movies or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But it was very similar to that. And they brought this Avok Hagobian, they brought him to Palm Springs. So basically all these people, poor people showed up in Palm Springs thinking they were getting faith healed. And the rich people in Palm Springs were like, yo, we got to do something about this right now. There's too many like regulars here. It's a fascinating story, but the Kardashian family, not Kris Jenner, but the very, I guess, powerful Armenian family, I had no idea. They were largely responsible funding-wise for, since 1947, us having the type of evangelicals that we have.
Really?
Isn't that insane? In a billion zillion years, I would have never guessed that that would be a connection. But
that's fucking crazy. Okay, so what were you saying about the parasites?
Okay, so on the last Mystery Boys, we were talking, and it's almost incoherent the way I tell these stories, so I apologize. But
sorry, I'm gonna try to.
I'm lousy with parasites. Anyway,
I'm gonna try to slow you down.
It's to like stimulate evolution, right?
Stimulate evolution.
Yeah, okay. You always hear about it. A virus that could do, a lot of junk DNA is from leftover, and they just didn't name junk DNA. There's a reason. I doubt it's in there because you shouldn't have it in there.
Well, we discovered that it wasn't just junk. We discovered there's actually a purpose for it, right? Recently.
Yeah, and a lot of it's a record of beating viruses. Like you had to change your DNA change to deal with viruses. So. The plagues in Europe, a bunch of the people that lived weren't going to be killed by the plague, right?
Right.
But then you get autoimmune diseases because their immune systems are too good. There's always like a big virus that goes through, and then the people, whoever's left. Oh, how about COVID, where we all took they say it's a vaccine, but I still got COVID, so I don't know how it could be. I got COVID right after I took my second shot.
Right.
That's when I got COVID. I mean, I guess my score is better overall, 2-1. Does that win? But to this day, if I talk to some imbecile friend of mine who thinks that it was crazy, and I don't know why anyone's over this still. They mandated you have to take an experimental fucking bioweapon, by the way. I know it's not a fucking vaccine because when I got my polio vaccine, I didn't get polio. You see how a vaccine works? So this is all semantics.
Right.
And because everyone's such an obedient cow and a not rock the boat fat fuck in their head, you're not the expert and the experts.
Right.
So go get molested, fuckheads, if you still trust experts. Go let them molest, because they're gonna harvest every part of you. You stupid fucks.
I need to get you to debate Professor Dave.
Yo, where the fuck did Professor Dave come from? And why the fuck is he like, what a worthless motherfucker he is. Holy shit.
Bro, he's defending the institutions, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Against our toxic podcasters.
Oh, I'm toxic because I got 2 of the fucking vaccines, Dave, you Yeah, now I probably am. Thank God nicotine can break down the nano machines.
Look, the fucking pharmaceutical companies need somebody to protect them. They need an attack dog, okay, to defend against these fucking toxic, uninformed podcasters.
His expertise is what? Some with pharmaceuticals, is it not?
He's a chemist, I think. He's like a high school chemist teacher.
Why is he blathering about all the other things that aren't in his milieu? Not in his, what do you call it? His area of expertise.
He teaches himself about all that stuff. Like he's self-taught, I guess. And then he...
I thought that's not allowed.
That's a good point.
I thought I shouldn't be doing that.
Well, he talks to people like Flint Dibble who educate him on the reality of stuff. So, right, he goes to...
Here's reality archaeology for old Flint, okay? Archaeology, the science itself was...
Flint Dibble actually is an expert on vaccinology too, just so you know.
Well, and we all have to... Don't do your own research. That's all I know. I just remember the instructions, nothing suspicious about being told not to do my own research. What? And I certainly have gotten over it, and I'm not harboring a deep grudge against any motherfucker that said that. Of course I'm not.
Just trust the science, Kurt. Don't do your own. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I believe that's not what science is supposed to be, I thought. But you don't believe it in science. You know or you don't know. It's a system for testing what you can know for sure is what I thought it was. But no, it's a system of authority and obedience. By the way, the only reason we have a dippy word like pseudoscience, do you mean fake science? That's what that means.
Right.
Why are you calling it pseudoscience? Because the Carnegie Rockefeller Foundation decided that was going to be the term that we use. It's from some, I don't know, some guy in the 1700s insulting someone else. I forget. Who cares what fucking... Anyway. But I understand the guy at the time writing it was trying to be overly flowery in his language and sound, like it makes sense in the terms of this guy's insult he was doing. But anyway, we have that because it's a marketed term to us, pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience.
Like gender-affirming care, which is really gender-deforming care. In the real world, that's disfiguring you for life. But the marketing term is gender-affirming care.
Right.
We affirm your fucking thing you think in your head.
Yeah.
And insurance will pay for all of it. People who need real things that are life-saving will pay $40,000 copays. But if you want to sterilize your child for life, and I know for a fact, dude, people that...
We'll give you a voucher, baby.
Yo, Tim Butterly...
You need brain surgery? Fuck off.
Dude, this is one of the creepiest things I've ever heard in my life is because Tim Butterly, the good comic, I did his podcast. And so, because... And we've had all this... How old are you?
38.
Okay, so I'm 40. Well, I'm 40. I'm guess 10 years old. But I remember this. We had like gender bender everything when I was young. It's just you had to play guitar. You had to be maybe you seen the Motley Crue video where they go to a strip club and you're like, which ones are the chicks?
Right.
They look like chicks watching chicks.
Yeah. Because they wore all the tight jeans, they had their nails painted, they had long hair, they wore lipstick.
Yeah, it's like looking like you're gay to get. You're looking like a girl. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing trick.
Yeah.
Right? But all they did was take the talent out of it. Now you just could do that.
You don't have to have any musical talent. You
would form a band. But now I'm like, I don't want to be in a band. I just want to dress like a different gender and say I am. And you have to believe it.
Right.
So it's not like just, hey, be nice to someone, which I was already going to do. Right? Mm-hmm. Believe in your heart like it's fucking Jesus that I am the thing I believe about because if you don't believe it, then I don't believe it, and then I'll have to end my own life. Wouldn't that be tragic? Mm-hmm. I don't even, dude, if I think I'm a woman and I'm not going to put any work in, I'm just going to believe it, and it don't matter how you fucking feel.
Right.
Just like how a woman would be.
Right.
Because like the idea that it depends on somebody else believing it, that's where you lose me. Mm-hmm. You're not entitled to my belief in anything, motherfuckers. Nobody's entitled for me to believe fucking shit, especially not an institution, especially not Flint Dibble's dad. You rosacea fucking inbred fuck. Fuck you. Archaeology is a science, okay? I'm going to throw this very provocative statement into the field of archaeology out there. It's just a cover for oligarchs to keep stealing other people's shit, and they realized it was hard to get away with, so they invented archaeology to make it respectable. So, in Indiana Jones, where he goes, it belongs in a museum. Right. No, Indy, it belongs to the people that it was stolen from. You absolute fucking...
So is this a fact? Archaeology was invented to protect people that were looting?
I'm summing it up in a very glib way. Okay?
Find the source, Steve.
Dr. Heather Lynn will tell you about it. You haven't heard.
She's great.
Okay. So
I've been reading her shit.
Fantastic. Dr. Heather Lynn.
She's amazing. I just read her Substack article on the egregores and basically how the modern day corporation is an ancient egregore.
It's satanic. There's a sigil. First of all, the sigil part's a big deal, dude. That sigil. That's what we have in branding. It's called branding.
Yeah.
Take classes.
Logos, right?
Take classes in sigil magic.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. All these names for things have been like de-magicked up, but they're all magic things. All of them. Then you got Disney shit and goofy, all the stuff you see as a kid, right?
Right.
If you think about all the things you ever liked, I don't know, what were you into when you were young? What was like the big, do you remember?
I wasn't really into like any kind of big shit. I was into like just skateboarding and surfing and.
Oh, wow. You were way cooler than me. I have no coordination, damn.
As far as like, I don't know. I didn't have much. I didn't have much branding in my life when I was young.
Well, like I don't know. When I was a kid,
hated fucking Disney.
Everybody had. Yeah, I wasn't like. I never cared about. I liked like Looney Tunes better because it was funny.
Yeah.
But like Star Wars was a big deal when I was a kid.
Right.
So I learned way later that Project Bluebeam consulted with Joseph Campbell. That fuck. And George Lucas is doing. I think they're all in on this shit.
What do you got against Joseph Campbell?
Anybody that helped the government come up with a new civil religion, which is what they've been trying to do for the last, ever since the Lucius Trust was established in the UN. So this is pre-World War I. So all those occultist fucks, like your Arthur Conan Doyle or H.G. Wells. Whoa, H.G. Wells, what a piece of shit he is. Have you ever seen Things to Come? Yeah, that fuck. All of those are Illuminati motherfuckers. Well, Illuminati's for America, I guess. It's not really British are going to be that. But all those people, these are the technocrats that all want to find a one world religion and one world.
Yes.
That's what alchemy is about.
Yeah.
America's an alchemy thing, okay? And it's Alchemy Atlantis where we live. That's why it was set up in the first place. It was always, that's why they keep calling it the American experiment. Do you ever wonder why they keep saying that? The American experiment. Who's that fuck from the CIA that goes, they taught me to lie, cheat, and steal? Pompeo.
Right.
I was taught to lie, cheat, and steal for the glory of the American experiment. And you're like, what? Are we not a real country? Why? What do you say? I thought we were settled to science that we exist.
Yeah, that's a weird way to put it, experiment.
Because it always was an experiment. Because guess what? There's 10, what do you call them? Not primary users, super users.
Super users.
You know, the super users are in charge is what you're telling me. That's what you're fucking telling me, dude, from the NSA, that there is no fucking America. Does everybody getting this? Like,
that's basically what it means. That, this is
so,
not...
So why would I trust the institution, Professor fucking Dave, you toucan? Why the fuck would I fucking trust the institution? You fuck with hair. Fuck his hair. That just sounds like bitter grapes about my hair a little bit, doesn't it? So that's not a fair attack.
Fucking toucan.
That's not a fair attack on Professor Dave.
That's fair.
Don't tell me I got to take an experimental vaccine for the glory of the institutions. If you're an institutionalist, I view you as a punk. If you're an order follower, I don't admire you or thank you for your service. I'd like to point out everybody that went and fought for my freedom over these many wars that we lost. I have less freedom now. Great job.
We need more lockdowns.
Every time you got an ex-spec op guy, do you ever ask them this? How come when you fight for my freedom, I have less freedom? Does anybody ask that?
Right.
Or then morons were tying yellow ribbons around the old oak tree.
Right.
When the fake Iraq war. What the fuck is everyone talking about? Boy, I really
yeah, we definitely have less.
Got a little heated up early on this one.
We're only 30 minutes in. We're on fire.
Professor Dave, I just think of his dumb fucking face.
We need,
like, dude, I mean, I couldn't have less respect for Professor Dave. It must have been brutal to sit here and talk to him.
It was something. We need, like Professor Dave says, we need more lockdowns. We need, every time we have a cold, we need a lockdown.
He didn't say that, did he?
No, I don't think he said that, but I'm sure he would agree with it.
Oh, here, dude, let me show you this. Just today. This is gonna be. This will really make your day. If you go on, okay, it's spelled funny. I'll just send it to you this way. So, are you aware of this thing called, it's something Fig Tree Industries that pays influencers for Israel?
I think you told me about this last time.
I only heard about it just today from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's see. Nick Shirley, of course, Nick Shirley, the fake Mormon shill.
Nick Shirley, the one that's exposing all the corruption in the country.
Man, no, he's exposed. Oh my God, daycare fraud by Somalis. Thanks, Nick Shirley.
Did you see?
Oh, that matters to me.
Did you see
on
what he
any
did?
level?
Did you see his shit from Cuba? He was in the Cuban hotel, and then he was.
Wait, who was?
Nick Shirley.
Why?
He went to Cuba, and then he was getting hunted down by the Cuban intelligence. And they got him in his hotel.
Yeah, because a fucking Mormon fake journalist who's probably an intel agent is there.
Right.
Do you think he's a real journalist? He's not. He's a Mormon, what I call a Mormon front virgin, if you catch my drift.
He's only had how many meetings with Trump? He's a real journalist, dude.
Okay, so...
He's exposing...
Alex Jones tweeted about it today, actually, because now, Trump hates all the... Trump hates all the people that got him in that weren't fucking complete programmed Israel shells. You know how... After Trump with his fake fucking ear shooting. No, the shooting's real. They killed a civilian who supported Trump to do that little kosher ceremony for you. But that's
Corey Campitori or whatever? Comparatori?
How fucked up is that? But there's how these people are. They don't give a fuck about you.
You really think that was fake?
I think it was a ceremony from Exodus. Now, you ask Dr. Heather Lynn about it. She doesn't say it's definitive, but I'm going to go ahead and say it is. Because here's why. Why would he shut down the investigation on that Crooks kid? Why would Thomas Crook's parents were behavioral modification therapists. So when you hear that term...
Look at that. Look that up. Thomas Crook's parents, Steven looks overwhelmed already.
Try to find anything on his parents.
Steven looks like he's about to have a panic attack. Look at him.
Okay, so due dissidents. Who do I send this to so you can look at it?
Thomas Crook's what?
Thomas Crook's parents.
Yeah, their
behavioral
jobs.
modification.
Behavioral.
What? Therapists?
So my boys from Due Dissidents, Keaton and Russell, both of whom are Jewish, I would like to point out, who do fucking great work. I just saw this when I woke up today. It's Gabrielle Cuccia tweeted this. Let's see. There's a company called Vine and Fig Tree. It's a pro-Israel organization with ties to the administration. And what they do, so basically X is a thing to collect all your bad feelings.
Oh, yes. Candace did a long post about this on X the other day.
And you knew people were being paid off because it doesn't make any sense, the shit they talk about. You know, I don't know who pays Tim Pool to be an absolute, but I think he's paid 100%. I don't believe any of his. I've never seen such insincerity and shit other than the Jeremy from the Quartering guy, but well, that's me doing a favor bringing his name up because he's finished. The guy's doing full. In fact, I would say it's a hermetic microcosm of America and Iran and Israel, how Jeremy from the Quartering's channel goes, because it's false flags everywhere. Bunch of shit.
I'm not familiar with his channel.
I know. I'm doing a favor that I brought it up to you. But if we could edit it out.
No,
also feel free editing it out too, because I fucking...
None of this is getting edited out.
All right. Well, anyway.
Especially none of the Professor Dave stuff.
Great, yeah. Great channel, Kino Casino, that I like, where they just talk about, I don't know, Kino's Casino, just watch it. But anyway, but they got this, so I would get spammed with this fucking Quartering all the time.
Right.
And his takes are, not only are they fucking terrible,
right,
where you're like, why are you even doing political takes? But you can see he doesn't mean any of them. So
what does this guy do? He just like he does one of those like talk to camera, like
he might as well be an Indian who works in a fucking slop factory making like Trump slop in India or Malaysia. You know, there's a bunch of these people all over the fucking place. They're all fucking phonies. Like, you know, these people come out of nowhere. You're like, who the fuck is this person? Like, where did you come from?
Right.
And all of a sudden, I'm supposed to like reckon with them. A lot of it's astroturfed. I mean, we already knew about that, but now what's happening is you got a bunch of IDF fucks who are using, so when they change the definition of anti-Semitism in, what is it, the IH something?
Yeah.
And that's not a legal definition, but here's what happens. Then scumbag...
IHRA, I think.
Yes. Scumbag organizations like the ADL, which by the way was a spy organization, treasonous, absolutely treasonous, fuckhead, fuck that guy from the ADL, and fuck the ADL. What these organizations do is they have, like, for some reason, some kind of credibility in the corporate world. Damned if I know why, just like the Southern Poverty Law Center. Just now, when I go in Grok, just now it won't bring up, you know, well, the SPLC says, but it'll still bring up the ADL. Now, we already know Southern Poverty Law Center that was fake scumbaggery the whole time, and they were paying the Charlottesville Nazis to exist. Remember that? That we know that now. That has come out.
Gavin McGinnis actually said that he has somebody that came and met with some of the Proud Boys up in New York or whatever, and was trying really hard to convince them to go down to Charlotte before that thing happened. And they were like, no, fuck you. Why are we going to go down there?
I'm going to, at some point, talk to that Enrique Torres guy. I texted with him briefly because somebody hooked it up for me. Because I'm trying to understand how Gavin's thing that was a joke suddenly became a domestic terrorist organization. And then... what's the guy, Dominican or something, or Puerto Rican? So it's a Dominican run or Puerto Rican run white supremacy organization.
There's even gay dudes that are a part of it.
Oh, who'd have thunk it? Yeah. Oh, you don't say.
He's got blacks, gays.
Christopher Cantwell, the crying Nazi. You know what he does now? He makes gay where he pretends to either be a Nazi or Jewish, or the other guy does.
Oh,
and they do a little role play.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Not at all. Why are all the racists? Do you remember Richard Spencer?
Yeah, I don't know shit about him, but I've heard.
Well, I would watch him. I mean, just look at footage of him talking. You're like, oh, this guy's gay. I mean, I understand how people don't spot a homosexual in the age of openness, which I was always for, because I can't stand closet motherfuckers ruining the world.
Right.
Well, like, I don't care if you're gay.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Well, certain people
Some
care.
people care, like very. It's but
no,
it's not. It's
powerful
not
people
much.
want. People
you make
that-
it worse when you try to make it everything, right? Like most people aren't homophobic. They're just homo bored. They're just bored of it. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
be
they
gay.
also, again, these are all marketing terms. Even gay, in the classic Greek sense of the term,
Right.
They didn't have no gay.
There was no gay.
Right. So you see how
People
marketing
they
works?
fucked men and they fucked women. They fucked everything.
Yeah, and then
Kids, unfortunately.
By the way, if you say you're a pansexual, Pan was a racist. I hope everybody knows that. That's a really gross thing to call yourself a pansexual. Pan is a racist. So that's not good if you say that.
The God Pan.
Yeah, straight up is a racist. Is that cool? I don't know why that would be cool. He's just really earthy, All these gross words, but that's what I'm talking about with this occult shit that's everywhere. And it's not like bibbity bobbity boop. I mean, it's shit in front of your face that's normal to you.
Yeah.
But it's deeply part of magic things. And a lot of things are set up so that a person looking at it, someone who's initiated could see one thing and someone who's not could see another thing.
Yeah.
So I can always compare it to when The Simpsons was funny still. That might be good again now. I haven't watched in a while, but.
South Park's really funny now.
Oh, I have to.
South
Where do
Park's
I
been
watch
crushing.
it?
I don't know. I just see it on Instagram. I see clips on Instagram.
Great. I would love to watch it, but they did this weird deal where I got to order 2 fucking digital channels to see whatever the fuck they
Really?
I'm not getting Paramount Plus. I'm not getting it. Fuck Paramount Plus. I don't want
UFC's
it.
on Paramount Plus now, I think, right?
I guess I'll never see it.
Why? Why? It's cheap. It's not much. It's like
How much is it?
probably like $12 a month, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. You know what? I'll check it out.
And you get it right through Amazon. It's not as complicated as like it used to be.
All right. Well, I've turned around on it, and I think you at home should give it a chance to Paramount Plus.
Shout out to Paramount Plus. Give it a shot. that UFC White House thing is this weekend, I think, right?
Or what is that?
That's
like?
going to be on Paramount Plus. Where they're doing the UFC at the White
Better
House.
be a Jew versus an Arab.
Netanyahu's going to be there.
Oh, good. Oh, that's awesome.
So Netanyahu's coming to town, and it's the NBA finals are happening right now, and it's going to be it's 2 weeks from now actually is when the UFC is going to happen at the White House. I think it's the 14th of June, and I saw all these reports that Netanyahu's flying to town, and he's going to be with Trump at the UFC event at the White House, and he's going to be courtside at the NBA finals with
man,
Trump.
it just goes to show we need a new ballroom.
Bail room.
No, I don't think that the etymology works out on that. I don't think it does. But it is laid out like Solomon's Temple, which, as Nasik Neal told me. Oh, by the way, so Dr. Heather Lynn. Did you talk to Matt Arrett yet?
He's coming Thursday.
Oh my God, Matt Arrett's great. So I just made a group text. Now this is just a group text I made just because I was trying to compare notes. So it was Nasik Neal, Matt Arrett, and Heather Lynn.
Okay.
And I said it's my think tank called Turning Point Sam Tripoli. And
You told me that.
yeah, and Sam was not. Sam has since been in the group text, but he was not in it at first. And he was like, "Why can't I be in it? It was my name, Turning Point Sam Tripoli," which is a fair point. And he's entitled to a review. And I told him, "Don't worry, we're going to get you that report. And then if anything happens to you, I will continue with the group. Don't worry about that. Okay. If anything should happen to Sam Tripoli, Turning Point, Sam Tripoli will keep going on his legacy." Anyway, he's the one that told me about there's 3 temples. So there's the main temple, where the Wailing Wall or whatever.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
they go fucking hump. The one every American leader has to go hump for some reason.
Yes.
There was one in Alexandria. So that's why the White House would have a Solomon temple laid out. The blueprints. The story of the ballroom? They brought in some Israeli architect to make it.
I didn't know that.
And the layout.
Oh, yeah. His name was Shalom, wasn't it? His actual name was Shalom.
There was a real mitzvah to get Shalom on this one. And they laid it out like the Temple of Solomon. So that was, as I understand it currently, but I could be wrong, it's going to be the base for like Stargate, which is not a space thing.
How do we know what the Temple of Solomon looked like? Weren't we just talking
There's
about this?
some, well,
There's no evidence for the Temple of Solomon ever existing.
Well, there's that design is in everything. In fact, the design of the Temple of Solomon is so ubiquitous, and all those orders are into it.
Find this, Steve. Find the Temple of Solomon? How do we know what the Temple of Solomon looks like?
Yeah, the blueprints of it for some reason are known because it's in a lot of stuff. Now, but why though?
Did somebody just invent it?
I don't know. The main thing is to remember is Solomon ended up as a piece of shit. Solomon wasn't a good guy. Oh, wait, do you want to play my
But was Solomon ever real? Is there any historical evidence of him being a real thing? Or
Well,
is he a
I would
myth?
say that seal of Solomon that's on the Israeli flag that was not the Magid. You're the Magid David, which is David put this on his shield. That's on the fucking Torah. Okay?
King Solomon's temple. Okay. This is an infographic from the Armstrong Institute.
A lot of them look exactly like this if you just Google
Steve.
it. Yeah.
Okay, according to biblical texts, the original blueprints were not drawn on paper. Instead, King David received the architectural plan directly from a divine revelation.
Jerk off here.
So that's where we got it. Inspired by the Holy Spirit and passed them
It is
to
where
his
we got
son
the space
Solomon.
program. We got the space program. Don't ever forget, especially when you have Professor Dave or some other like compartmentalized fucking bitch focusing on their own lane.
Right.
Why is half of rocket science? One half is all the equations and physics and all that, and the other half is a bunch of people circle jerking in the desert and looking at each other's eyes onto the moon.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
So don't ever fucking forget that when you run your dumb fucking mouth about your science. The only reason we have these things, I was trying to explain this to Eric Weinstein the other. Oh, did I tell you me and Duncan went to go see Eric Weinstein?
No, you didn't tell me.
Do you want to?
What, did you have dinner with him or something?
No, I had dinner with Jeremy Corbell. Oh. But that's separate from the Weinstein thing.
Okay. Where'd you meet Weinstein?
At the University of Texas when he was doing one of his lectures. And by the way,
so just to finish that point, all of these blueprints came from a divine inspiration. From a
Okay,
divine spirit.
does that dismiss it automatically to somebody?
No, I mean, you can believe whatever you want, but there's no evidence of this shit.
Okay, anything that you do creative, you channeled anyway, just so you know.
I agree with you.
What do you think channeling is?
Okay.
It doesn't mean you have to do gay shit.
It doesn't mean it has to be like material. Right. I'm not racist against the spirit world.
Danny, how can I give him this beautiful thing I made to play real quick?
You got my numbers, text it.
Oh, shit. I probably didn't save it. That's my problem.
Here, I can give it to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just text it to me. I'll send it to you.
I sent it to you.
Okay.
So here's a very special. By the way,
wait, tell me about Eric Weinstein. Well, how did that go? Are you gonna? You guys should get him on Mystery Boys.
I would love to get. Well, I'm trying to write him into my pilot that Emergent Order's making called The Cutout. I want to have him do like a cameo on it. But oh, dude, it's hilarious. A lot of people that have very like domineering personality, where I've heard they get like really like reticent with me. They get like a little bit, because I'm like, the first thing I asked him, and just me and him and Duncan sitting out there, I don't think he cares that I said this. And I think he has different opinions than Brett. I get that opinion on this. But I go, how come Iran can't have nukes? Do you know why?
You asked him this?
Eric, why can't they have nukes?
What'd he say?
Well, because it's a theocracy. I go, I don't think he's expecting to be, after doing a talk on whatever, gauge theory, that I'm going to bring this up, but I am. You're talking about a theory of everything. Why don't we talk about everything? That's my motto. That's what I said to him. Let's talk about everything if we're doing a theory of everything. Okay. I go, well, isn't Israel a theocracy? I go, they don't even have a constitution.
Right.
Even a stinking Arab's got a constitution. Right. Why don't they have that? And he goes, well, it's complicated. So I already know when someone's unaccustomed to dealing with me. Or it's not really about me, but just questions I'm definitely going to ask you. Right?
Right.
And he's like, well, it's complicated. He's like, it's more of an ethnocracy. I'm like, well, that's not good. Israel has nukes. If Iran had nukes, and that means they can't attack each other. Does that?
Mutual assured destruction.
But here's why they can't have nukes, because that's the problem, is the mutually assured destruction. Okay? Israel wants to be able to do whatever the fuck they want, like they do. You know how they just assassinate whoever they feel like, whenever they want, and then brag about it. And you're supposed to not only not say, that seemed like a violation of some kind of law, but you're supposed to laugh along with Michael Rappaport about it, right?
And Dave Portnoy.
And Dave Portnoy, the pizza taste tester.
Oh, God.
Did I tell you I hung out with Jelly Roll and we got high and ate pizza? Now hear me out.
Oh,
wow,
man,
what a nice guy he is, dude.
That didn't play out well, did it?
What?
Oh, God. Dave Portnoy being a pizza tester.
I know nobody's brought it up that he tours the country trying new types of pizza. It's also weird when he's screaming.
Did he ever go to Comet Pizza? Find out if Dave Portnoy ever reviewed Comet Pizza.
Oh, yeah. I love that people act like Pizzagate was debunked, and no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Ben Swan said they have a fucking basement. They do have a basement.
Oh, what, just like the McMartin preschool had one in the blueprints, but everybody said there was no basement. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise. The same story for the last fucking 80 years.
He did. He reviewed Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Find the video.
Can we get the video of him? Oh, come on. Oh my God.
Jesus
Look at those.
Christ.
Those kids have bussin' hair.
Come on, people.
Do you like a boy with bussin' hair like that?
With what hair?
I just said bussin'. I don't know the kid's song. But that haircut is the worst. I really hate it. The hair all the kids have.
Oh, that hair. Yeah.
That's just, Do you see him yelling at his employee?
Oh, yeah. Over the Israel shit?
Because the guy's name's Kurt, so it makes me laugh. When when people are angrily saying Kurt, I go, oh. He goes, no, Kurt. You know why he got so flipped out about it? Because somebody called him Rabbi Portnoy?
No.
That's genuinely funny. Rabbi Portnoy, hear me out. Please, Rebbe, hear me out. No, Kurt. Who do you work for, Kurt? He's yelling that at the guy.
I saw that. He's been on a downward spiral ever since that.
It's just like, that woke died October 7th is the end of woke, just so everybody knows. I don't know why anybody's like, oh, the woke left is attacking my channel. The woke, the term's done. And by the way, it never was a real term, woke. When it started, they were called, it was called call out culture.
Call out culture. Okay.
It was a bunch of dingbat feminists. Hey, millennials, you are the biggest cows of a generation I've ever seen in my life. I mean, unbelievable. God bless trans for destroying feminism. I want to make that clear that I love. Don't ever think I'm anti-trans. If anybody thought that about me, I want to tell you what praise I have for you for just gutting feminine, because obviously you're better than women. You have dicks, so clearly you're better than women. And then now they have to look at your dick in a locker room. Oh, hail Kybel, the mother of heaven.
Back to what you were saying when you were talking about the Iran nukes with Eric Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. So basically, Israel likes having being able to just make these unilateral moves of any kind. Yeah. And so I had to ask Grok about it. Why? Mm-hmm. And Grok says, so they can do assassination. All the bullshit they get away with.
Right.
They can't do that to another nuclear power. Now, here's what Iran has. It's way better than nukes, by the way. $20,000 drones that fuck our aircraft carriers up. Because remember, their military's been destroyed. They have no navy.
Right.
You don't need a navy. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Right.
The USS Lincoln, or I forget, it was in debate.
Abraham Lincoln, yeah.
And then they said which one had the laundry fire?
That was Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's from a drone. That's not a laundry fire. I hope I won't be in trouble for dropping this secret. No, we could never win, as I said, I think last time, we could never win a war with Iran. Ever. We could never win that. What moron thinks we could win a war with Iran? Are you stupid? Point to the war we've won in your fucking lifetime, by the way, dipshits. Oh, right. Not one. Oh, not a single one. We're the best, though, right? Mm-hmm. How's the score on our wars?
Not great.
Well, no, it is actually, because officially we haven't had a war since World War II.
Officially, right.
So we don't break. So don't tell me about fucking Putin or Xi Jinping or whoever you think I'm supposed to fucking villain of the week that these put in front of you, and only an imbecile would fucking go along with still. Russia ain't my enemy. I don't know why, I don't know why it's so easy to whoa, Russia's bad. Oh, well, China's bad. If China's bad, why do our leaders want us to be China so bad? If it's so bad, terrible.
Right.
Why do they make all our phones and shoes and viruses for us then, if they're so bad? Does anybody ask? No, you don't ask it, do you?
And why did Trump bring 14 fucking top CEOs in America
to go beg China to help with Iran? I don't know. See, I don't think China and Russia are good guys. I don't think I've let go of that programming that
they're patriots. They're patriots for their countries. Mm-hmm. Especially Putin. I don't know much about Xi, but Putin for sure is.
Well, they don't have a problem with mass immigration to dilute the population. So basically the reason China, all these world leaders, I think, are all in on the same club. Because I don't know who the 10, what are they again?
Super users.
You think they're from America? I doubt it.
One of them goes to a church in Kentucky.
Oh, wow. And that must be a devil church, because why the fuck would a scumbag like that be in a church? Does that make any sense?
Maybe it's helping him cope with everything that he knows.
I would think the MK Monarch, heavy
that
MK Monarch
question.
Programming.
If you knew all this shit, right?
You're a fucking liar. Fuck you for your service. Anyone out there who's lying on behalf of the government, I want you to know you're a satanic piece of shit, and fuck you for your service. You did nothing good. You did only evil. You did only evil. Oh, do you know the truth, but you don't tell it? You're a Satanist fuck. Go. I shouldn't say that.
If they do that, though, they'll get killed.
What?
If they go out and tell the truth, they're going to basically kiss their lives goodbye.
If I ever get my hands on any scrap of information, I'm going to blather it till you kill me. I want that. Please kill me for telling the truth. Please give me the best death I could ever have. Please do that for me. They won't. They'll like.
Bob McGuire was telling me about this McCaslin guy that went missing. He's one of those missing scientists. He was the top general who had access to like all this super deep, like tip of the spear, sort of like black budget UFO technology. He was connected to top scientists at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I think Lockheed, Northrop. Basically, this guy had it all in his head. So basically, what this guy Bob McGuire was telling me, he was a guy who had this meeting in the NSA, and he actually met Carl Sagan at the NSA, and he was wearing a fucking NSA contractor
Carl
badge.
Sagan worked for the government. Go on. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So he was telling me these people that have this type of information, they're made to sign this incredibly deep NDA that basically you have to forfeit your life when you sign it. You're saying that you're signing off that you're getting access to so much information. You're giving us the license to take you out if we see fit. Okay. If you start to psychologically spiral and we see, because your brain is this hard drive containing all these super dark secrets that could fucking that could disrupt the balance of the world.
If you get Alzheimer's, we're going to remove you.
If you get Alzheimer's, we suspect that you're mentally declining. We have the sanction to either remove you with our power, or you have to willingly walk away from your life.
Or could you fix my brain for me because you have that technology that you hide from the rest of the people? Right. Oh no, why?
So is that above my pay grade? That's what Bob McGuire was saying, that this guy elected to walk away from his life just to protect his family.
Yeah, I could believe it. Now, Jeremy Corbell said he thinks he's dead.
Really?
But look, dude, I don't know, because all these people are liars. Now, I was trying to make Jeremy understand that Lou Elizondo is a piece of shit. Okay? He feels bad for having to lie. No, if you're lying for the government for a living, I mean, dude, you better find Jesus. I don't know what else there is for you. That's why there is Whoa.
Oh shit.
I almost dropped my gesturing pipe. That's why there is Jesus, so that a fuck like Lou Elizondo could stop being a liar for a living. But I think that guy's probably rotten to the core because of what his little NAFO scumbag online group tried to pull with Jay from Project Unity. Jay from Project Unity, I love that dude. That guy is one of the most on the level researchers I ever met.
Yeah, that guy's he's aggressive on X. He goes after people.
Because the guy's, dude, how could you not be if you're really looking at real shit?
Right.
I'm still not hearing when they admit MK Monarch is a thing. And yo, you like UFOs? Is that fun to everybody?
What was that? What was I saw the other day? I saw Jay went after somebody for doing, Jay left a comment on this guy. I remember what it was. Some crazy person posted something that they had reason to believe that Amy Eskridge faked her own death or something like this. And it was like all bullshit. And like Jay basically called her out on all her bullshit and said like, anyways, it was
They just have to throw out, look, dude, if you look at the Charlie Kirk public execution that we were required to all watch for some reason. Right. I tried to avoid it, but I still saw it.
Yeah.
Why did I see it? Is that weird? How the hell would I still see that if I didn't want to see it?
They left it up there for so long.
Of course they did, because that's a message to the masses, as Nathan Reynolds says, the message to the masses. There's the ones where they make it look like it's an accident, and there's the ones where everyone has to see it.
You remember Faces of Death back in the day? Those websites where you can go, or like Steak and Cheese, where you can see people getting killed, or like dead bodies and stuff like that. It was like
Consumption Junction. I used to write a column for, and they would have whatever, like just everything from around the world.
I remember the first time I ever saw a video from that, I saw a Russian dude getting his throat sawed.
I can't watch that. I get upset.
They put a foot on his head, and they were like, had a serrated dagger, and they were he was awake, fully awake, just sawing his throat in half. And like, I never fucking forgot that.
But there was no, it's traumatic.
And it was like the only thing I'd ever seen like that. I never saw it until now, where it's every fucking day. People just being blown to bits on Twitter, or people getting shot in the face.
You've seen footage of that on Twitter a lot?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I turned off my Twitter
All the
notifications.
Gaza shit is everywhere. You see these people getting sniped, children getting sniped in Gaza.
And then I get, so the thing I was telling you about, first let's play this beautiful cartoon.
Plays guitar. I sent you his cartoon.
Because we were talking about the Temple of Solomon, and I feel like this is a really good.
There's audio, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my, yes.
Cue it up, Stevie.
You're not going to
want to bind them all like Solomon the wise. Black is Babylonian magic under desert skies. Demons in the ring, Goyim turn to Gollum strong. Hearts of clay, souls of dogs dancing to a song. Solomon, gonna bind them all. Demons and the Goyim answer to the call. Build that third temple, make the whole world ours. Chosen one forever with super magic powers. Solomon, what a fun adventure ride. Binding spirits and the Goyim under Noah.
What an exciting. That would have cost me $50,000 to make with regular animation back then.
That was amazing. So
Grok and Suno, that's all I need. Well, I'm going to get a nice rig where I don't have to get, because, this is really upsetting. But Grok has new censorship that
well, that's the thing, bro. This is what the do your own research people need. They just need one consolidated one-stop shop to get all your information, like Grok and ChatGPT, so you can get the truth. You don't have to actually do the hard work,
I mean, then what's the point? If you're not going to things I want to know about. It won't be
curated at all.
Yeah, things that I want to know about, I'm going to find out about. There's one thing I know. There's some things in this world we can't know. Now there isn't. Dude, almost nothing's hidden. It's just that you have to sort through a bunch of bullshit.
Yes, right. Why Pokemon? What's the deal with the Pokemon demonic
I don't know,
stuff?
but I thought this idea for Solomon, and he binds the demons to build the temple. Like
Solomon Pokemon?
Because if you read the account of it, it's like, I'm the wind. It sounds like a fucking wind Pokemon blows the... It's all bullshit. It's all magic fucking Babylonian horseshit. The Trump ritual with his fake ear getting shot, which is from Exodus. Okay, that's how you show you're a willing servant of Israel.
What do you mean it's from Exodus? What do they say in Exodus?
Ram's blood on the right ear and the wrist and the ankle. Remember Trump lost his shoe? Okay, and then that signifies you are in Egypt when they're in Exodus, when they're leaving, the Egyptians who want to go with the Israelites, they signified they were a willing servant with the ram's blood on the ear and fucking wrist and ankle.
Find this, Steve.
Yeah, but when Heather Lindsay, ask her, she'll tell you. She has a whole thing about it. Anyway, Charlie Kirk is an unblemished lamb that got killed. They were always going to kill him. They were always going to kill him, but probably when he was president, killing a king, the power of that ritual gives you the power to change reality. Now, we don't have to make it in magical terms, just in regular, secular terms. What does it mean? Or 9/11. You see how that's a high ritual, isn't it? That's what Family Guy made fun of this, actually. 9/11 changed everything. 9/11 changed everything, right? Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Nobody's jerked off camera for probably 30 years in this country. So yes, it did.
Nobody's jerked off camera?
You've been spied on. Oh, I mean, everybody knows this, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Right.
And here's what's funny. They don't even have to, or how about that Pokemon Go, where fucking imbecile Spurg millennials went around, and you gave the government a way to map out the parts that their satellites couldn't look at. That's what that was for. That's what that was for.
Is that proven?
Yes. That's old news that I forgot about.
Pokemon Go was like an NSA program?
I forget the name of the company, but yeah, but everything, we don't have capitalism, assholes. We have state capitalism like China. Only a few companies. You think that Zuckerberg invented Facebook? Well, he didn't. It was DARPA.
Right.
Think of the stories you've heard about UFOs from that Corso piece of shit where he goes, we'd take alien things and we'd go to corporations and go, put a patent on this quick. Right? Why would you do that, you sack of shit, Corso?
Right.
Oh, Eisenhower, they had a thing that could cure all the diseases, but he didn't want to hurt the pharmaceutical industry. That's a real quote from Colonel Corso. Okay, now, and he's not saying it like he's telling you what a piece of shit Eisenhower is. He's saying it like, that's what we did. Okay.
Like he's proud of it?
You should. I don't even know the reality of what if hell's like, but I hope you go there, you sack of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. And if Eisenhower did that, fuck him. So you're telling me we could have cured all diseases, but you didn't want to harm the... Do you see how so the stories the deal Eisenhower made that the aliens... Now, I'm not saying this is a real deal.
Right.
This is the lore, right?
Yeah.
He made a deal that the aliens can kidnap so many humans and date us.
Right.
As long as they give us roofies, it's okay. Right?
Yep.
And then
seems like a good deal. I make that deal.
This sounds to me like the same old deal from every Bible story and every mythology where you give the gods blood and children and then they give you stuff. Sounds like a very old story to me. This sounds like the exact same shit to me, actually. So let me get this straight. I don't know why he would have the authority to say that you could be kidnapped by some fucking
my question is why do they need a deal? Why make a deal?
The propaganda, but you see the real propaganda is that the president has the authority to make that deal. Here's the real. Never mind the aliens. The real lie is the president is in charge of anything. That's the fucking lie.
Right.
The president is a figurehead. You haven't figured that out with Trump.
It'd be like us going to the jungle and getting permission from like the head of the tribe or the head of the baboon tribe to go kidnap the other baboons.
Oh, how about a better one, dude? North Sentinel Island, where I was only told that North Sentinel Island, you know, the Forbidden Island.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And some idiot missionary went there and whatever. But here's the part that I didn't
He was
hear.
taking pictures of their dicks and shit.
Wait, the one that got killed recently?
No. The older one that got killed.
So
he was like a missionary.
Rogan, I don't know about that, but I do want to get into that. I'm really into dick science.
He was doing some sick shit. What were you saying?
I can't remember the fucking
Rogan
guy's
or something?
name. So the reason they're hostile to visitors is because some English piece of shit kidnapped old people and kids and took them away.
Right.
Old people died. If you think those kids weren't...
It's the same guy we're talking about, I think.
Yeah, so of course he's taking pictures of their dicks. He's a real Cecil Rhodes kind of guy. Right? Cecil Rhodes. There's people... Hey, you ever hear of a Rhodes Scholar?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you know someone's a vile Satanist and should never be in charge of anything. And how many of our presidents were Rhodes Scholars? Cecil Rhodes is one of the lowest animals that ever cursed this earth. And when he was pulling down the statues of people, his statue didn't get pulled down because that sack of garbage who fucking... do you know about him?
I'm vaguely familiar with him.
Okay, well, he's the father of concentration camps and apartheid. You know the concentration camp you might have heard of from the movies? In The King's Man, the prequel to Kingsman, starring Ralph Fiennes as one of the King's men, and his son, and it shows briefly the Boer War, with Britain versus the Boers and the one faction of Africans versus the other. I'm not clear on the war, but that's where they started putting... The pictures look like Auschwitz in Tragedy and Hope by Carol Quigley. They show it. It looks just like Auschwitz victims, but they're black and white. So that's nice. It's kind of got a nice mix to it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's British invention. That's a British invention. You know, World War I, you know, it's all cousins.
So that's what a Rhodes Scholar is, a scholar of this shit.
You would think, but no, it's a fucking puppet of the fucking New World Order, dude. That's what H.G. Wells was about. There's a movie you can watch on YouTube called Things to Come from 1938, I want to say, or 33. I don't know what part in Hitler time it was, but
right.
It's all about, it's almost like how Star Trek doesn't take, yeah, there we go, Things to Come by H.G. Wells, who's a member of the New World Order. So he's part of that conspiracy at the Cecil Rhodes Round Table. Cecil Rhodes Round Table. And in Kingsman, they sit around, you know, they're all Galahad, Lancelot, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Arthur Pendragon is a son of what? He's got dragon blood. So if you want to be, I recommend Gary Wayne to everyone, whether you're Christian or not, even though he is.
We got him coming in too.
Dude, because it's great you do. Because here's why it's important. All these people that are in separate things got to compare notes.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, like I said, I don't care about nobody's high school disputes with anybody. I just want to know what I want to know.
Right. Yeah. You want the info.
And the only way I'm going to do that is by getting, that's what the point of Turning Point Sam Tripoli was. To get these people, because I'm like, and I was going to put in more people I know, but I'm like, the three of them is like enough. And then Duncan and Sam are in there. But all these people that know about shit that aren't institution whores.
Right.
As long as you're not an institution whore, then I would like to hear from you. If you're a whore for the institution, it's not, I do want to hear from you because I'm going to pick apart what you say and use it against you. But I want the people to understand the institution's gone. Like, we're not voting our way out of this, assholes. Do you get that? The next president's not going to fix what Trump did. Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, all of them have helped in the well, the great work, as Crowley called it, right? The great work to bring back the golden age of Atlantis.
All right, so Steve, what did you find about what he was saying about Exodus?
Grok is good for finding stuff that I saw and can't remember. It's very good. It'll give you a link. I'll be like, where did I find somebody said something about this?
Oh, really? You just type in like what you vaguely remember about it and it'll find it?
It's not going to be a good friend to you, I'll tell you that. It won't be like, don't use it as a friend. And also, you can have Grok make a script to make it not do that stupid debunking thing it does. So all AI...
Debunking thing?
Yeah, AI is designed to find consensus and like balance.
Right.
So then that's why you can't just ask it questions like a moron. Grok, why does this? You can't do that. That's not going to work. You're not going to get anything. You're going to get just fucking, gruel.
Right.
Information gruel where they just, well, what is the mainstream? So Grok will be like, well, they say this, but this is fringe.
Right.
The idea that fringe means wrong, I really think people want to examine that a little bit.
Yes.
Because that makes no sense.
So how do you curtail that?
First I made a character named Dr. Science, but you just ask Grok. I don't want any of your dumb debunking any of this, so make me a prompt first.
Don't sugarcoat it.
Talk to me as this. I just want you to objectively tell me facts, okay? And then once you have a Grok thing that does that, and even then it'll start degrading over time, I've noticed, where like it'll start trying to make a pattern that's not there when you're just asking it to syncretize. So what I want to do is find like connections in like a myth and some other thing. And I'm like, I want to see the themes that are common here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for patterns.
Yeah.
So Grok will know you want to do that, right? And then it'll start just feeding everything back into the same pattern because it's not alive, obviously. It's just some fucking language model.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not going to even think to...
I like using that notebook LM. Have you seen that? The Google Notebook LM?
Well, no, I never tried it.
It's an AI they have where you can throw in sources. So you can like throw in a PDF of a book in there and you can just ask it any questions about that book. And you can save a library of every book you have. As if you get the PDF, throw it in there and it makes like these crazy like visual mind maps of the whole book, breaks it down like visually.
Really?
And then you can literally has a prompt area where you can ask it any question about the book. Or like, tell me exactly what it says about this, and it'll find it in there. It'll tell you, break it all down. It's fucking incredible.
Well, that's
and it saves it all too. So like you can go back and go through all of it, and it like lays it out in like a library.
Well, I mean that sounds very useful actually. But the other thing is you do need to have physical copies of books for this reason. The digital copies can be altered after the fact, and they are many times, such as the book that Jeffrey Dahmer's dad wrote. After Jeffrey Dahmer got arrested, Jeffrey Dahmer's dad wrote a book about it. You know that? Yeah, look it up. So if you don't have a hard copy of the book from his maid and you're reading it off like a Kindle, they've edited a lot of parts. And one of the parts, by the way, just the fact that Jeffrey Dahmer's dad wrote a book should be a major alarm bell.
That's a red flag.
Right. But back in the day, it wasn't. And when you see him and his dad being interviewed and they're like holding hands, that should be a real red flag. A real Rob Reiner red flag. So think of if your kid was not a cannibal serial killer and you wrote a book called A Father's Story, I think you're a psychopath. If your kid was like
a normal kid?
Let's say your kid was really successful and you as the father go, or let's say you're Kanye's mom, raising Kanye. You're a psychopath, bitch. Why would you ever? Dude, even a good parent should have doubts. Can you imagine being that arrogant? You're like, I'm going to write a book about what a great job I did. Can you imagine being that much of a piece of garbage?
They just want to make money.
Yo, Susan Wojcicki and her sister. Susan Wojcicki's passed away because she took the real vaccine, apparently.
Allegedly. She got a turbo cancer, from what I heard.
That comes from the vaccine, assholes. That's what's... Anyway, who cares?
Allegedly.
I don't want to smear any innocent vaccines. Anyway, I'm just thinking of every New York imbecile that I know that will fucking smugly dismiss anything you tell them. They didn't read what I read, and they know I read more than them. Mm-hmm. But no.
Well, the crazy story about Susan Wojcicki is her son. Something happened. What was the story with her son? Her son had like some crazy cancer too, and then she got it and like died like instantly. What was the story with her and her son?
But her sister from 23andMe.
Right.
Friends with Ghislaine.
Also friends with the Means sister. What's her name?
Who?
Casey Means.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Used to work for her, Susan Wojcicki's sister at 23andMe.
Yeah, and then 23.
So I had Jack in here debating that guy Casey Means. I don't know if you ever saw that. I had Jack.
Well, yes. Okay, wait, yeah. Tell me. Okay, I do remember. Was that the one where he was explaining the government made cancer to her? Jack Krause was. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So it was. Yeah, it was the girl. It was the lady who worked for Houston Methodist, and it was.
Yes.
It was her, and it was Jack, and it was Callie Means, the guy who was
Callie. Yes, I saw that. In fact, I think I texted you after. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and he's the guy that explained the Stanford experiment, marshmallow experiment.
Yes,
I heard that from Jack Kraut.
Yes. And he was explaining that was a different podcast. He explained that to me on. He didn't say that during that podcast, but he was basically saying how that I still don't understand what the marshmallow experiment is. But all the Silicon Valley people.
It's obedience. So if you look at it now, and I remember this because it was about like kids.
Steve, what about the Exodus thing?
Okay.
Passover blood ritual, is that what you're talking about?
So
no, not Passover. That's a different one. The one where they're leaving Egypt, and if you're an Egyptian,
that would be this one right here.
Okay.
No, well, that's the circumcision one.
The bridge, the bridegroom of blood. This is it. On his way to Egypt, God intercepted Moses and threatened to kill him and his wife.
No,
his wife quickly took the flint knife and circumcised their son.
Yeah, that's not it.
What the fuck?
That's not it.
Is that really in the Bible?
These are the 3 that popped up.
The ritual. Ratification of the covenant, the ritual. When sealing the covenant on the Mound of Sinai, Moses built an altar, sacrificed animals, and threw half of the blood.
No, that's not it either. It's got to be the right ear. Hold on. It's for a non-Israelite.
What did you search, Steve? Let's see what you searched. Let's work through this together. Okay.
Right ear.
Exodus. Don't even write controversial. Just type in.
See, that's not a good search, right?
Yeah,
there.
no. We got to learn how to search.
Exodus controversial. Wait. Exodus ritual. Ram's blood. Right. Okay. Right ear.
Right ear. Ram's blood.
Controversial.
Well, it gave me like random stuff the first time.
Oh, he applied. Yeah.
Okay. In the book of Exodus and Leviticus, God commands Moses to empty the blood. That's what we read.
Now, this is for Aaron, but there's one for the leaving Egypt.
Apply the blood of a sacrificed ram to the right earlobes, right thumbs, and the right big toes.
But see, that's Aaron's a Levite, so that the main thing is the one for the non-Israelites that want to be a servant of Israel. So for Egyptian, maybe put for Egyptians because that's the part that Egyptian servants. Yeah, let's see if that's a little better.
Exodus 19:20.
Oh, there you go. Wait, no, that's not the right one.
I love how the sources for all of these are Facebook and Instagram.
Dr. Heather has her she has it on her channel. You can find it.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a thing where like if you were
right there, it says the act. It says the act concentrated the priests setting apart their entire bodies for holy service. The blood of the right ear symbolized obedience to hear God's words. On the thumb, dedication of doing the holy work, and on the toe, walking righteously.
So I've heard it with wrist and ankle. I mean, I guess it's not a big difference, but
it still says the right earlobe.
So Charlie Kirk is a sacrificial lamb who, the unblemished lamb. And so the nefesh has to drain out of you.
I mean, it looked just like what they do to cows when they bleed them out, dude. It was like...
Yes. But the thing is, the people put them in the car didn't have blood on them. See, I don't know if the ritual is like you actually have to do it right or not. I can't really tell. But when Charlie Kirk was president, when they were going to run for president, that's what the goal was.
Right.
Everybody running for president, you are never going to be the president of the United States unless you have a bunch of oligarchs putting big money behind you, probably from before you ever thought to run for president. Like The Departed. Remember you see The Departed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just take that principle and you could apply that to everything. Mm-hmm. Or how about the Jason Project? You know the Jason Project, right?
The Jasons. Yeah.
Yeah, so think of all these crazy Nazi eugenic...
The Jason stuff was like DARPA related crap, right?
I mean, if you look it up, they're going to tell you this and that. Right? I 100% believe Nathan Reynolds on that one because his family. The bottom line is, and also, what was the show with Jennifer Garner where she was a spy and J.J. Abrams was making it? And what
was it?
Alias.
Oh. Yeah, and the storyline of that show, I didn't watch it, but this is what I understand the storyline to be, is she thought in the beginning she thinks she's working for the CIA and she finds out she wasn't. And the CIA is making her go after whoever was having her do that. Okay? And I think Nathan said this, anybody can correct me, I'm wrong all the time. But he said she's from one of them families, and that was her story. A lot of these people are from those kind of families. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is from one of them kind of families, actually. You ever see Licorice Pizza?
No.
Well, his dad's the waterbed salesman. So I heard these things said by J.R. Sweet in his book, Mormon Monarch. I recommend to everybody to read Mormon Monarch by J.R. Sweet. I would love to talk to J.R. Sweet. as soon as possible on my podcast.
Mormon Monarch?
Yeah, my friend Emma, who I have to say has been my plug to talk to a bunch of people, Emma from Imagination Podcast. That actually put me on early to a lot of this shit because I was looking for UFO stuff, and then I started seeing Monarch victims. Then I started seeing there's like years and years of people talking about this shit the government did to them that is like a joke or is in a movie as a joke or as a fiction. So the Mel Gibson movie where he has to buy the Catcher in the Rye wherever he goes. Remember that? It's a conspiracy theory. And it's got Julia Roberts, the fucking, high-end Hollywood yachting whore, basically. That's what that movie's about. Pretty Woman's about what they do. So when these actresses are like 30, which makes them old and gross, obviously, for movies.
Right.
They can get money fucking rich Arabs on a yacht or whoever. It's called yachting. We've all heard of yachting at this point. And a lot of conspiracies, just call it gossip. I would just call it gossip. Ryan Long pointed out, he's right. If you're talking to chicks, hey, it's a conspiracy. I'm like, well, you like gossip, right? Every girl I know for years thinks Beyonce didn't have her own kids and got a surrogate. And I know enough people that are famous to know that's what people do. They have someone else have the baby.
Right. That's what Kim Kardashian did.
Yeah, sometimes a different race. Kind of
different
like
race surrogate?
Oh, and that makes you more liberal, I bet. I bet you get liberal points. I don't have to bet I know this, but I'm not going to get into all the
I wonder
details.
when the first surrogate was.
UFO abductions have a lot of surrogates. And,
do you think they were doing
the
surrogates in
Nephilim.
antiquity?
Yeah. Also, you can get, so to get around the legalisms of not being able to have intercourse, like the Nahash, the serpent from Eden, or you can drink the blood of the thing, and that's kind of and then become the son of it. So black goo, you get that out of some weird snake thing underground.
Black goo?
Yeah, it's blood. You can drink its blood. It's all parasite shit. Take this parasite in.
Ah.
Not only will you get high as fuck, it'll make you like a super person. You'll be better than the other people, right? That's why would I join a secret society and go take that weird vow with the Freemasons where I'm like, I hope my brain's exposed to the sun if I ever tell, the dumb shit they do.
Yeah.
And what do you wish? I want light. And then they show you like a sheet with writing on it. And now you can see into a spectrum other people can't see into. Whatever the fuck it is. I haven't done it, so I don't know.
You think it works?
Some people it works. Jay-Z it worked for, right? Jay-Z, triangle man. He has a nice mudra.
I think the thing is, if you don't believe it, it probably doesn't work. And if you really, really believe in it, and you believe it's real, it probably fucking works at some level.
Why is that though?
I think there's some sort of connection between like I always go back to the that Hindu zombie religion in Haiti.
Wait, it's Hindu?
Not Hindu. It's
Vodun. You mean voodoo? Vodun.
It's voodoo. It's a voodoo religion in Haiti, and these people they take pufferfish venom, which paralyzes them, and then they bury them.
They're using pufferfish venom?
Yes.
I thought that kills you outright. It could make you.
It can kill you, but it paralyzes you for like 24 hours. Like they can't fucking move. It's like they're dead. They can still breathe. They stay alive, but they're almost dead.
I know that, but I didn't know it was from pufferfish. That's very interesting.
It's pufferfish. Yeah, it's called something dexotoxin or hexotoxin. I forget what it's called. But anyways, they take it and then they bury these guys up to their necks and they think they become zombies. And then
and they trick you when
they get like resurrected.
Oh, yeah, the rainbow and the serpent.
Yeah, exactly.
The serpent and the rainbow is called Bill Pullman.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and they actually believe.
And they say, I have your soul now, and this rock is your fucking heart. And I took your heart out and replaced it with a rock.
Yes.
If you lose this ring, then I'll have your soul. And then they steal the ring from you.
Right.
So now your soul's gone for it. These are all, it sounds very much like the assassins in Iran, where the old man in the mountain, you'd smoke hashish, pass out. You wake up in a beautiful paradise of chicks fucking you and waterfalls and whatever, and then you smoke more hashish and pass out, and now you're back from heaven.
Right.
And now you don't care if you die or live because you're going to there when you die.
Yes.
You see the fucking fun Disney World theater of that? You see how fun and Disney-like and Epcot Century it is? And, I'm going to talk to this guy, Daryl James, who's a guy that one of them secret space program people. So when I watch these people's stories, I just want to hear something interesting, and I don't really care if it's true or not, to be honest with you. I just want to hear it. I'm just so bored of, one thing about lies, a lot of them are old lies. The Serpent Race is not creative. They can't create shit. So they
the Serpent Race.
Yeah, the people that run everything in the solar system.
Oh, okay, yeah.
John Lear said that there's some interview with John Lear with some chick where he goes, the whole universe is run by the Serpent Race. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I couldn't find anything on it for the longest time. Then I find out that the highest levels of masonry, they call themselves that. The sons of Cain, the Serpent Race. Because in wackadoo...
Cain's the devil's son, right?
He's the Nahash's son.
I thought the devil was Cain's son. I thought the devil
fucked
Eve.
Well, the Nahash is the serpent, which may or may... Gary Wayne, ask him about it, because I was taught that the serpent is Satan. No. The serpent, number one, is some kind of necromancer that lived back then that can talk and shit and walk around. It's the size of a camel, is how they say it. Whoa. Not on all... I have no idea. They call it beast of the field, but we're talking about something that thinks. And so it acted as an avatar for whatever. The way Gary explains is better than I can. Okay. But anyway, just very interesting.
Yeah.
And then think about.
Right.
Oh, so Enoch might be a city and not a actual person. Evil Enoch. So that's the city Cain founded. Tracy Twyman's research is why you got to look. See, Gary Wayne.
Is she still alive?
No, she got.
She died
tragically. Self deleted, but. From what I understand, there was like dirt on her back when they found her, so that's weird. But I have no idea. The dude from Higher Side Chats.
Oh yeah, he's had her on many times.
Yo, he had her on first. All these people on first. Higher Side Chats, fuck it. I'd never heard of it, by the way, until
really,
until Mark, my Nephilim assistant, Derp Kurp. Fucking Mark's like 7 feet tall, skinny guy. Clearly the blood.
Is he really a Nephilim? Wow.
I just say that for fun. But Mark knows it's wild. He's got all these crazy books in his house, and he looks into a lot of shit.
Really?
And yeah, when you get into looking into it, you're like, oh, you find out. I want to ask.
Nephilim doesn't actually mean they were tall, though, from what I hear. Like that word meant
maybe.
It meant it just meant. They were a
You should ask Gary.
Big. If you say somebody's big, it doesn't necessarily mean they're big, like physically big. Like it's one of those things, you know?
Yeah, no, that's right. A lot of Scythian bloodline supposedly comes from that. From Nephilim. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard. So, but ask Gary Wayne, because what he does is so great, dude. He's syncretizing all this stuff. He's just not a polytheist, because he'll just break it down to monotheist versus polytheist, okay? And he'll explain, and the way you get taught these things, like how I was taught Genesis, is different than what he looks into. And he believes it. By the way, he believes in the Bible. Like, he's not like a guy that is like, I'm looking at it like as a non-believer. Tracy Twyman started doing Ouija board shit as a non-believer. That's what's so valuable about her research, because she goes, look, I just want to see what would happen. Yeah. Okay? They get Discordians and all them, and I'll bet they've done this. And she goes, so people that are Christian aren't going to do that with you. And people that don't believe in that shit, they're also not going to do it with you.
Right.
Like, well, I'm not going to do that goofy shit. Everybody has it. So nobody will sit and do a Ouija board with you. But she did it with her husband at the time and somebody else. And the things that, and I don't think you should trust information that you got off of a Ouija board. But I'll tell you a creepy ass thing about her story that is that I think it was her husband. They got dream visions of how to make a better Ouija board. And then they did make it.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like in a circle. So now I'm hearing an echo of the thing you were talking about, of we channeled this technology, right? Or an AI making a better program of itself for you. If you listen to themes and not the details, you hear the same thing coming up. And so she was talking to Cain, who is the black son of the underworld, supposedly, trapped in a 2D, his core self. So the story of the serpent, right, who's something that's walking around that has, I guess,
size
legs.
of a camel.
Yeah, that is being an avatar for Satan to do whatever.
Yeah.
And Satan is not punished the way the serpent is. The serpent gets really punished, and Satan is allowed to keep walking around doing shit, the accuser.
Right.
But the whole thing is you're gonna crawl on the earth and eat dust, right? And if I was gonna be a Professor Dave about it, I'd go, well, snakes don't eat dust. If I want to be a good Professor Dave.
You idiot.
Well, that's right. But what are humans made of in the Bible? They're made of dust. So matter. You're going to eat matter, whereas before you didn't eat things that used to be alive. Now you're going to eat matter. And you could also look at it as being pushed down from a higher dimensional creature down to 2 dimensions.
Right.
But if you're a higher creature, how could you live in 2 dimensions? Just your core self is stuck there, and then aspects of you are going to splinter off, and they can still interact, even though your core self is done. See, what are you? What are you? Like when people go, "What is a soul?" And that's because I never Jehovah's Witnesses don't teach that an immortal soul, and
they don't teach about immortal souls.
No, and I don't think you see if you got.
How long were you Jehovah's Witness for?
Till I was 20.
So, how young were you when you got into it?
Well, I was born into it.
Oh, you were born into it.
Yeah.
So how old were you when your parents started telling you about God and making you read the Bible?
I mean, from
as soon as
the
you
whole
could read,
time.
it was the first thing you read.
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to read when I was like 3 or 4 because my mom. I can't say that part wasn't beneficial to me. It absolutely was.
You were saying with Duncan the other day that like when you were 5, you were like willing to die for Jesus or something like that.
Of course.
You thought that would be like a win.
I mean, now it would be a win for me if I'm being honest. But at the time,
you still believe in all of that?
I can't even believe what I believe, dude. I mean, the shit I believe in now, I'm like, what the fuck? But the point is, I don't ever have a heart. Here's what you could do. If you got a better story that makes more sense.
You're willing to jump on the train.
Well, I'm willing to hear you out.
Right.
The thing, and this is for Eric Weinstein, strong point for Eric Weinstein. It's interesting watching nerds argue.
Yeah.
Because like I would demolish any nerd in any argument at any time. I mean, it'd be so easy. They're such dorks, and you just tear them apart.
Yeah.
That's why Trump fucking cleaned house with people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, I could clean Trump's clock on a stage. Any qualified comic could.
Right.
It's just these people are trained. They've been compartmentalized to think a certain way.
Yeah. They talk a certain way. They use a certain syntax. They follow certain cultural guidelines when they speak.
That's great. That's exactly. I would put it exactly like that.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that's an accident. And
you just walk up on stage and call them a faggot. You like break the fucking paradigm.
Yeah, and you don't even have to say a word like that. You could just do it, but you are doing that. Mm-hmm. And so, and that's what all these magician fucking people are doing is this bullshit. The magic tricks don't work you could do it for a while, but even a dullard like me is going to pick up that you're tricking me eventually. Like 20 years later, I'm not falling for an Iraq invasion again. Right? So people older than me that are watching Newsmax or Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or any of the garbage fucking shit that America is programmed with that is lower than North Korea. I want to make this clear to you. You're not better than North Korea, assholes. You're being propagandized. In fact, I would say it's worse because the propaganda is more sophisticated to the Western ear.
Yeah.
But it's pure lies. Why don't you look at results? What are the results? Oh, this is what I was talking to Jesse Michaels about because he says there's some white hats. I'm not clear on who he thinks it is.
He said who? What?
There's like white hats and black hats, right?
Okay, yeah.
There's people trying to help and do it. Are they? I don't believe him. Look, I'm sure there's people in there that don't like what's going on, and I would hope that they fucking. It certainly plays on my hopes and dreams, but for a fact, the dialectic is I'm the dungeon master. I put you on the path-working adventure, and then I throw these enemies at you, then see what you do. But I'm above the game, right? The good and evil. The concept of good and evil in Dungeons and Dragons, me as the dungeon master, I'm going to be way above that. Mm-hmm. L. Ron Hubbard, the great L. Ron Hubbard, as Aaron told me. Oh no, Aaron didn't tell me. The other guy, who's one of the original Scientologists. He's like a skinny English dude. There's
the guy. I think
John something.
I think we had him on the show. He lived around here. Australian dude.
Oh, maybe he was Australian. Kind of skinny looking dude. That looks
no, this is a different guy.
But he was saying, L. Ron Hubbard was a Satanist. He thought he was Satan. His son Nibs Hubbard said that. And when you look it up, they go, well, keep in mind, Nibs is a liar too. Yeah, I know, but I 100% know that Nibs is telling the truth with that because the final initiation is to invent a religion in those fucking stupid cults. That's the final.
Really?
Yes. The final class project at Harry Potter Wizard School is to invent a religion. A path-working game to put on other people. Okay? And then you have to live in my LARP. So think of the guy. Yeah.
The more of this shit that I hear about, the more I read like this Heather Lynn's work and read all this.
She was in the Lucius
stuff.
Trust. She joined the Correspondence Lucius Trust School.
She did.
Yeah, ask her about it. She'll tell you. And she told Sean Patrick Hazlitt all about it. And they have exercises for you to do. And you're like, this sounds like, and that's been around forever. That's a Lucifer trust.
They just had the World Invocation Day like 4 days ago.
Oh, I didn't even know. I missed it.
But
what are they invoking?
Anyways, the more I learn about all this occultism stuff is like the more like Scientology makes sense to me. It feels like,
what is a body thetan? What's a thetan?
Right.
It's a Dybbuk. It's a Dybbuk. You know what a Dybbuk is?
No.
It means clinger. A Dybbuk is a disembodied spirit of a person, and it's a Jewish demon. You know, a Dybbuk box you store a Dybbuk in.
Right.
It's in there's a Coen Brothers movie about it. They can look like a dead loved one. They do it, you know. So
this is how you get rid of the body thetans, right? With these things, these e-meters.
Now I could be wrong, but from what I understand, those are giving you a little bit of a mild shock too while you're using them.
Oh, really?
So electric shock really helps with brainwashing, like quite a lot. Yeah. If you ever talk to J.R. Sweet, when I hope to talk to him on my show.
J.R. Sweet is his name? Yeah,
from the Sweet family of Idaho.
Yeah.
His dad was Jim. His grandfather was Jim Reeves, a country singer who faked his death. CIA, and started a new life as something else. Yes, the thing of famous people dying young and then having a new life somewhere, like a Tupac, let's say, that's not so out of the, it's not crazy at all. I don't find that to be crazy at all.
Why?
Because
you think Tupac's still alive?
Well, now I don't know, but my buddy Joe DeRosa, who don't go into the things I go in for, I was telling him about Jonathan Oddie, which I encourage people to go look at the Jonathan Oddie interrogation, because a bunch of shit he said turned out to be true. And but the one thing I thought was insane was like, no, Tupac's alive. He lives in Cuba, and blah, blah, blah. So I thought that was nonsense. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm not saying everything he says is true. But then I tell DeRosa, he goes, well, I don't know. There's a lot of like, I'd never seen them, but a bunch of pictures were out of Tupac in Cuba after that. And it looks exactly like Tupac. There's no AI to fake it.
When were these pictures out?
Like in the years when Machiavelli was coming out.
Really?
Right. I just didn't see it.
Huh.
But so it doesn't matter they came out. Nobody believed it. Dude, I can show you a picture of the aliens. You're going to believe it? No, you're not. You're going to go, oh, you faked it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Find Tupac in Cuba.
Yeah, all the Tupac pictures. And so pre-AI, there's pictures. That's why don't fret about AI, because you wouldn't believe a real picture anyway.
Right.
So, and there's that girl, Allie Carter, and oh, she's crazy, this and that. Yeah, maybe, but I've heard this story a lot about people that want to get out and they have to give up a child and then they'll get a new life. Tupac's middle name is Amaru. Do you know that?
What does that mean?
Oh, Amaru's the god of America, the plumed serpent. Amaruca, where we live. The Peruvian multi-headed snake. I don't think it's Quetzalcoatl. I also don't care which fucking filthy serpent thing it is. Like, it's disgusting and fuck it. But that's what America's name. It's not named after Amerigo Vespucci. That's absolutely bullshit.
It's named after the plumed serpent.
Yeah, his name is after fucking Amaru. Tupac Amaru. Now, since we know the Black Panthers were a fucking government group anyway, almost immediately. Anybody that's doing domestic terrorism, the government's having them do that. Just so you know.
It seems to be a vicious pattern for sure.
Yes, because we need permission to take your rights away.
Right.
Like a war on terror. The people that still, and dude, I've talked to so many guys that, these are not people I don't respect. I want to make that clear. They're veterans of combat that,
right.
People with blood on their hands and shit. Like, they did some real shit. And once you've made a covenant in blood like that, I bet you're not going to want to think you did wrong. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of vets take their own lives. A lot. Because it turns out we could say it's fine, but if you had to do that shit, I'll bet it's not fine. I'll bet it eats away at you a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But, and then people thank you for your service for some shit you feel rotten to the core about.
Right.
You know? And what are you, 18-year-old kid that goes and does that?
Right.
And you have no fucking idea about shit.
Yeah.
And you go kill babies, which is what they always do. All the good wars and that's what you're gonna fucking do. You're gonna kill babies. Well, that's war. Here, let me say it in my Israeli. This is the tragedy of war. Right?
They don't even say that.
Golly.
They're like all the new.
Wait, what's that? I don't know. 2017 might have AI.
Yeah, 2017.
The pictures I saw were like ones that were out. I remember.
Look, this is
10 years ago.
This has got.
Oh well, maybe
This has got 4.7 million views. Play it.
So yeah.
Oh, there's nothing. It's just a bunch of text.
photo.
It's just a bunch of text and then one photo and then.
It's not more. The ones I saw were at a club or something, and they were from They were from a while ago. But look, I don't care if he's. I'm not into any of these false idols that everybody thinks are their hero. So if you love Elvis, how about Elvis?
Steven, let's work on your search. Let's see what you searched for here. When you searched for this photo, what did you type in Google?
All right. Let's see here.
No, I want to see what you typed into Google to look for it.
Let's laugh at your search.
Yeah, we just want to laugh at your search. Tupac. Okay. All right.
No,
just type in.
This is not the original search, man. I mean, like, here.
Just type in Tupac Cuba photos.
Cuba photos.
Now you know why you can't go to Cuba for me.
No, that's AI for sure. That's him and Castro.
Yeah.
Now that's a great picture.
Look at that one on the right. That looks a lot like him.
Where?
On the very, very right. Look at that. With these fully bald.
Yeah, but I think that's not. That looks like a guy that looks like Tupac to me.
Yeah, right. This is what you were saying last time. A lot of people look the same. Remember, remember I was showing you Jack Johnson?
Yeah.
He looks just like Jeffrey Epstein, dude.
Oh, that's when I was saying my great idea to take Asians and say they're still alive and compare them to other Asian people. Come on, that's funny. That's not racist. Come on, stop it. You're racist for thinking it is.
Yeah, it's true. Well,
anyway, the thing is,
Tupac's alive and he's on Twitch.
The thing is, like, why would a musician be that important ever? Well, because that's your valuable programming and printing tool. So think of the 27 Club.
Well, it's like what Heather Lynn writes about in her, that whole thing about egregores, right? They become like the sigil, the logo, and that outlives them, and the recording or the record label owns their stuff, takes their rights away.
Yeah. So let's say you're some kid from a bad area and you've been molested, certainly, and you've learned that the institutions are fucking against you out of the gate, and the only thing that you have is this guy that talks shit on that. Right, you don't have no dad around, right?
Right.
And then there's a guy who's like, and he's mentioning your actual pain all the time, and that's Tavistock at work, my friend. But that's their thing.
But aren't there stories or at least like conspiracies about like artists, like big musical artists, getting whacked by the record labels just so they can control their shit?
The 27 Club.
Oh, so, that's what that is.
Yeah. Oh, how do they all die?
I've never heard of the 27 Club.
Oh, all these famous musicians died. Now, if I think when I was 27, that's when I first had an inkling that these contracts might not be good in showbiz that you're getting. Mm-hmm. So it first dawned on me, probably around 27, 28. Not even that hard, but... And also I wasn't so successful that you'd have to kill me to take my publishing rights or whatever the fuck.
Right.
So it's not a coincidence. Oh, I wonder if it's a curse. There's somebody's going to make sure you're going to get drugs. They're going to make sure you're in a questionable situation that's believable. Mm-hmm. The exact opposite of Charlie Kirk's message to the masses. Well, it's a message, but it's going to be believable that it's not, that it's not, it's your fault. That's why I say if I die, it's a conspiracy. Even if it's my own fault, it wasn't. even if it's directly from my own actions. Mm-hmm. Because they're trying to, dude, the people that own there's like, how many producers are there that make all the pop music? Like 3? You got the guy, the Kesha guy. You got Scooter, CIA Wits, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even know.
Scooter?
Now he cooks on YouTube. Scooter, is it Scooter Braun?
Scooter, is
not
this
Scooter
the guy?
Braun. I'm mixing him up with the other CIA piece of shit.
Scooter Libby?
No.
Scooter Liddy or whatever?
Scooter Libby is who ratted out Valerie Plame's husband on behalf of Dick Cheney when we were doing that, trying to get Gilgamesh's resurrection chamber or whatever. The guy that threatened to put Kanye in an institute.
Oh, yeah, Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, Harley Pasternak. Now,
he was former IDF or something, right?
Former CIA in Canada, CIA studying chemicals.
He was Israeli. I think he was Mossad.
I've never heard that. I don't not believe you, but I lump them all into one.
I could be wrong. I'm talking out of my ass.
Look,
that's what I heard.
If you work at Intel, I want you to know you're a piece of shit, and I hope nothing good for you.
Type in Harley Pasternak, Pasternak, Israeli military. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
You know, if you're working undercover to bring down like a sex trafficking ring, hey, good for you. But clearly the government doesn't want to do that. And they only want to do that at a low level, not at a top level.
Right.
Lutnick should be put in a wood chipper. Lutnick should have been put in a wood chipper by now. Why is he next to Trump?
How about not only that, but did you see fucking the number one journalist out there exposing shit just did a photo op with him?
Who's that?
The guy we were talking about earlier.
Nick Shirley?
Nick Shirley.
Surely you can't be serious. That should be his channel.
Do a new tab. Type in Nick Shirley, Howard Lutnick.
You ever have a personal trainer that had power of attorney over you?
No.
That could use the Baker Act? Does that seem suspicious?
We're going to drug you into oblivion and you'll never see your fucking kids again.
I mean, what is Nick Shirley doing?
Where is it?
Nick Shirley defends his something?
Click that Instagram. There it is. It's on Howard Lutnick's Instagram page.
Okay, so that's how you know Nick Shirley's a fucking construct and a fraud right there. Wait, let me get a picture of that fucking... no one... Dude, that's why I have like friends like, did you see this with the Somali daycare? No, because I don't give a fucking shit about that. Oh, is it corrupt? I'm sure it is. I'm sure they're stealing like every other part of the country.
Right.
But this fuck Lutnick is... I mean...
He's a demon, dude. He's a pure demon. What is it? What did he write? It's time to stop what? It's time to stop rampant fraud once and for all. Thank you, Nick Shirley, for exposing the issues of bringing it directly to the American people. Wow, first comment.
Wow, while standing next to Howard Lutnick.
Wow, it's the guy from Epstein Island.
I mean, this is ridiculous. We got to stop this fraud.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, so America's not a country. America is a podcast at this point. And the idea that you're going to vote for anything. Think all the people that bravely served in America's battles that fucking gave up limbs and their wife left them while they were overseas and they just got fucking... And remember they go, Trump called American soldiers chumps. Remember? And I don't think he even did that. I think that's a fucking lie. But you know who does call them chumps? All of your leaders, they all think you're fucking cannon fodder. Let me quote the great...
Go back to Harley Pasternak. We're talking about Pasternak.
I'd feel like a chump if I got my dick blown off and then I saw General Petraeus and ISIS sitting down having a fun conversation.
Right.
I would feel like a chump myself.
Right. Harley Pasternak never served in the Israeli military. Oh, okay. Thank you, Google AI.
Oh, he should get to, though.
He is a Jew. He is Jewish and openly supports Israel. His only military affiliation was serving as an exercise and nutrition scientist for the Canadian Department of National Defense and Civil blah, 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 blah.
Okay, the Civil Institute...
I thought he was connected to Israel.
The Civil Institute for Environmental Medicine...
I don't believe this.
Let me just tell you, that's not what it's called. That's probably some new name because it was the CIA...
Right,
I can't remember what it was called, but it was testing out what chemicals do. So that chemical you were talking about with voodoo, that's what they would be testing, that kind of thing.
The pufferfish toxin?
Yeah. Escape Fitness. Look at this fucking Krav Maga master sitting there. Anyway,
the text though, the screenshot that Kanye posted that Pasternak said, the fact that you can like still have a career after having that shit be exposed.
Okay,
saying something
they just dropped the cannibal files, and only like one black guy at the airport had a problem.
Is still here, yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the alien files. This is what I can't believe when I'm watching an NSA guy. I'm like, how do you even show your face talking about alien shit when we just found out everybody eats kids?
Right.
I mean, as a writer, I'm just saying it's a little anticlimactic to drop the Epstein files, and then like, wait, they eat kids and as well as the other awful shit, and they're like, ooh, Tic Tac ship.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about the sky blobs after you just told me. Did the aliens mention anything about it?
Right.
Do they have an issue? The peace loving. So what the fuck is everybody doing? Like, you got to look into MK Monarch. It's a massively important thing. I've been calling the mass rollout of these mind control programs MK retard to be stupid. It's not called that. It's called Gestalt. It's called Project Gestalt. That's an egregore, by the way. A Gestalt entity would be an egregore.
Isn't a Gestalt? Isn't a
Gestalt entity is we all form. If we all formed one entity, all of us now, we'd be a Gestalt entity. You get it? It's a Gestalt. It's a bunch of minds together. A hive mind kind of entity. And that's what the masking was. There's still people wearing COVID masks.
Right.
And try telling them, by the way, COVID masks have never prevented COVID. We've known this since the Spanish influenza that it doesn't do shit. In fact, it's probably worse for you to have that mask on than not having it on. Imbeciles. But people are crazy as fuck, and they've been programmed to be that way. And now you see them craving to have a fucking mask on.
They crave more control.
And you can watch them. That goes back to ancient Egypt, dude. A society based on OCD, as the great Mark Windows explained it to me. It's OCD. Like everything's superstition, OCD. I gotta like flip 3 pages or else mother will be sick. Or, like crazy shit. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Rituals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you ever see Drugstore Cowboy?
No.
It's a pretty good movie, but it's all about people robbing drugstores for Dilaudid. Should we do Dilaudid? I used to be on that.
Drugstore Cowboy.
You ever do drugs? Anyway, the guy would flip out because somebody put a hat on a bed, which is a huge superstition at the time with junkies. I never heard of it in my junkiedom times, but it was a thing. But
lots of shit like that, right?
A heroin addict in particular is going to be really, because the ritual of getting your works out, and I've never done that, but I imagine it must be like a really good unboxing video to the anticipation of cooking it up on your spoon. This old, now it's just fentanyl.
Thinking about that every step to get closer.
And so now you've conditioned your body to feel a certain way when you're getting it ready, so it's even better.
Yeah.
Because, the high has been going down during your addiction the whole time. You're not going to get the same high. So now the ritual is like taking up a big part of it. And it's because it's to get a trance going in your mind to get the high you need to get. So when you see Danny Trejo talking about Manson hypnotized them to get high off heroin in prison. You ever see that?
No.
Yeah. Danny Trejo.
He was hanging out with Manson in prison?
They let Manson sleep on the floor like outside their cell.
What?
Because he's this little guy with a rope for a belt. And he was a skilled hypnotist. And he goes, and because in exchange, he got them loaded on drugs they had previously done. One guy could not get high from this because he had never done heroin. So his body didn't know how to feel on heroin. Your body knows how heroin feels, right? Heroin is just a thing that's making your body give you that feeling, but your body already has had that feeling. So a hypnotist like Manson was able to make you feel like you're high on heroin through hypnotic suggestion.
Whoa.
Yeah, I keep telling people the story because it's amazing to me, because they act like hypnosis is no big deal. But no, it kind of is, and it's used on everybody. What do you say? You go to a baseball game and you watch them run that sigil. Oh, yeah. Wait, is this it?
It's Trejo. I think he's telling the story.
Wait, I got to take a leak soon, but I haven't heard him tell it on here. But he's told it on multiple places. And Manson, by the way, of course, connected to CIA at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying he was an agent, or, people piddle about it of like, well, he was never in the agent. I'm sure he wasn't in the agency.
Right. Yeah. He wasn't a card carrier.
People that are fans of the agency will tell you they do business with scumbags.
Yeah.
My favorite guy in the world, Andrew Bustamante, has a wonderful story. Remember his wonderful story about how some contact wanted CP, and he was like, no, and he told his superior, and then they would be here, and they gave him a package to give this guy of CP. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, Andrew. Why the fuck is the CIA doing that? What did we get out of that?
Intelligence, national security.
But we had a ring that the CIA protected.
Right.
What the fuck are we getting? We're not winning wars from it. What are we getting out of it? Who the fuck did you actually work for? Do you ask yourself that? No, because you're a fucking sociopath?
Right.
In your own words? I guess not.
Right. Well, they have to have, every CIA agent I've talked to, they say that you have to have, when you're getting recruited, you have to have some level of sociopathic tendencies, right? And it's like, is it that thing where when you work for a big company, like if you're a postal worker or whatever, and you see like something's addressed to the wrong thing or whatever, you're not going to or something has the wrong stamp on it, you're not going to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to solve this problem the right way. It's like a diffusion of responsibility. I know what my marching orders are. I'm not going to get in trouble for doing anything bad. I'm going to only do.
Well, I get it with that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the wrong stamp. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Not so much with eating children. Right. There, I feel like.
Well, I don't think a lot of people knew about that.
They did.
I doubt.
Dude.
I'm sure a lot of people knew about it. I don't think a lot of
I think they went out of their way not to know.
Employees knew about that.
They go out of their way not to know because the whole thing is designed like a secret occult society where You have levels of knowledge, and you know you're a little compartmentalized Flint Dibble's part, nothing else. You're not qualified to look at the other parts, right?
Right, exactly. You stay in your lane.
Until you do the right thing like John Kiriakou did.
Right.
And go to jail, then you realize. And there's always only two and I learned this working on the Sacha Baron Cohen show when I go, no one's going to do this. We make up these pranks that were insane. If you watch Who is America, I still am, that's how naive I was, where I was like, they're not going to sit there for this. Where you're pretending to be getting a hand job from in front of this guy while you're talking. Of course they will. It's money. Of course they will. Like, what a naive little silly puss I am.
Did you hear John Kiriakou's story about working on the Sacha Baron Cohen movie?
Yeah, well, I talked about it with him on Jimmy Dore because
so fucking crazy.
That's
Sacha Baron Cohen said, I want to talk to the number one gnarliest terrorist you
and
can
Sacha's
find.
a good boy. He's a good Cohenim. Cohenim is like really important in that's Levite. Cohenim. Oh yeah, that's old money. Old money. Went to Oxford. I actually get along great with these Oxford guys. They're smart ass types because they read all, I don't know. My sense of humor works it works. But I didn't know the shit I know now. And Oxford is older than the Aztec Empire, as you know.
Well, John was telling me that when Sacha Baron Cohen, when they finally connected him with this crazy terrorist dude, they're he goes, find me the worst terrorist, and I want to talk to him. And he went and did it, and the guy was just like sitting in like a bar or something like that, and the guy was just this old like normal guy. And he didn't have a problem with it. He just thought it was funny. He thought it was weird, but he wasn't like super
and
fanatical.
The Jews almost killed Sacha.
He wasn't aggressive. And then he went and dressed as a gay dude and went to the Wailing Wall, and they beat the fucking shit out of him.
I've never seen him break character, and as far as I know, that's the only time that
he's broken character, right?
Is because to get these Jews not to kill him.
Yeah.
Now, that would stick with me if I was Sacha, but it's not going to because he's from a good family with a lot of money and he's going to toe the line like a good rich boy at the end of the day. Like a lot of good rich kids are going to toe the line. And then the ones that can't, and he doesn't do drugs. I don't think he's ever done a drug.
Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever done a drug. As far as I know, he never has. By the way, I really enjoyed working with them. It's just, now looking back, I realize why we kept talking about Assad from Syria in the, because they said entertainers were entertaining Assad. I bet anybody from Syria, sorry we did that to your country and put ISIS in charge. What is, can I say, dude, who books the Riyadh Comedy Festival? Can I put this out there? I would love to do that festival and personally apologize for America to the audience. I would like to go to foreign soil, Saudi Arabia, and I would like to apologize for America being a shitty friend. Please give me that chance. Please give me the chance to apologize for this shitbag Satan country I'm from, for being the worst. You should never trust America. And I'd just like to apologize to you about it. That's all. Oh, by the way, we have slavery here, assholes. Saudi Arabia has slaves. You think we don't have that here? We actually have the most of it. Go check the numbers. And I'm including
prisons you're talking about?
Well, that definitely is included because legally those are property, state property. Right. That's a slave. Slavery ain't about not getting paid enough. Some slaves get paid a lot, like athletes. Athletes and rock stars. They get paid a lot, but they're owned. They don't own nothing. Ownership. That's what slavery's about. Ownership.
Right.
Oh, also we had MK Monarch and our leaders eat kids. I'm going to judge Saudi Arabia for killing a fake journalist who I think is an intel fuck from Turkey, whose fucking uncle, cousin, or whatever the fuck is a close associate of Jeffrey Epstein, Adnan Khashoggi.
Right.
Yo, hey, well-to-do fan. I have a lot of friends that, well, he was a journalist. No, he wasn't, you dumb fuck.
Who, Jamal?
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck. Yo, why would your dumb ass go there in the first place?
Wasn't he going to meet with Osama bin Laden?
No, he was going to get a marriage license for his new young wife.
But he knew Osama bin Laden. Like, he was friends with him.
I wasn't aware of that, but a fucking Syrian Armenian Lyft driver told me about Jamal Khashoggi, and I had never heard anything. And I remember asking Aaron Mate, who would not hesitate to tell me if he knew anything about it. He goes, I never heard anything like that. Because Aaron's like a nice boy at the end of the day. He really is a good guy, man. His dad's like the best guy. Gabor Mate wrote the book on addiction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think Bad Hasbara channel is Aaron's brother because the guy kind of looks like Aaron. That's why I found out about the Ashkenazi sperm recovery on the battlefield. They got all these guys
No.
Dude, it's like they operate on Warhammer 40K rules. They got to go get that gene seed. So Ashkenazis are the most...
Ashkenazi.
You can't spell Ashkenazi without Nazi, can you? So it turns out, so there were always Jews in Palestine. There were always Jews in Palestine.
Right.
That's a fact. And many Zionists will tell you that. And they are correct. Those Jews did not want Ashkenazis coming in and doing what they did. In fact, the Mizrahi Jews, the Ashkenazis were so shitty to them that they formed their own Black Panthers in Israel. Do you know that? Mm-mm. Yeah, there's a Black Panthers of non-Ashkenazis in Israel that formed. A lot of these psychopath Ashkenazis were like, no, Mizrahis can't serve.
What does Ashkenazi even mean?
They're just
Doesn't it mean they're German?
It means fucking Polak.
Poland. That's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it means that. I'm just saying that because I'm sick of this bullshit.
So Ashkenazi Jews account for 70% of Jews worldwide.
Okay, and I want to make it clear, I'm not anti-Ashkenazi, even though I was using that silly language of I'm just against genocide.
They're German Jews.
Yeah, look, I mean, boy, you could take the Jew out of Germany, I guess, but you can't take the
take the Germany out of the Jews.
But you can't take the. It's like when what's his name, DJ Vlad got beat up by.
Oh yeah, what was that about?
Rick Ross and his, because I don't know, but he exposed his. I think Vlad's like kind of a. I wouldn't trust that guy, but fairness to him, Rick Ross, who is an ex-prison guard, I think it was because of that, revealing the ex-prison guard thing. And the real Rick Ross, who's very interesting. That's a great. Did you get him on here?
No.
Oh, that's a good guy to talk. I would love to talk.
Highway Rick Ross.
Yeah, Freeway.
Freeway.
Right, because he'll tell you all about the CIA connection to all the fucking cocaine, all that black shit. Where you go, the CIA put crack in the community. Well, they were right. The people that said that were right. Look at fentanyl. You think the CIA didn't bring fentanyl? You think it was China? Is everybody stupid? Yes, they are. You can't even get heroin if you want heroin.
You can only get fentanyl.
Yeah, if you want good old-fashioned organic heroin, good luck. I guess Larry Ellison could get that. He could get it. Nobody else could get it. Because they bring the drugs in on purpose. We got way too many people. You know how people talk about overpopulation? Well, there's plenty of room and there's plenty of shit for everybody, it turns out. It's just not enough for a few psychopath, lizard fuck billionaires to have everything and still control everybody. That's what the overpopulation problem is. It's not that it has to be like that. Okay? It's just what the Serpent Race, as John Lear called them, the sons of Cain. Again, not things I think. Or I don't know. I would say I don't know about it, but that's what they say in these dipshit societies. They all are part of a different. So what does that even mean? It means they think they're a different race than you.
Yeah.
It ain't based on skin color because Jay-Z's part of it clearly. And fucking.
Did you see the New York Times article that came out yesterday that says they still have Jeffrey Epstein's sperm? He banked his sperm.
I'm telling you, Ashkenazi sperm recovery. In fact, I have a business.
Find the New York Times article.
If you need, so why wouldn't you just get some Israeli sperm and make a new Jew? Oh, because they're racist as fuck. They're racist against Schwarzes. How do you say it? Schwarzes? You know, like Schwarzenegger means something bad.
Yeah.
I've heard this. I'm not like
Jeffrey Epstein banks his sperm years before his death. Mr. Epstein says that if he died, his sperm should be left in the control of his estate.
Well, who runs his estate?
Isn't it Bill Gates' buddy?
Who?
I heard one of Bill Gates' like one of the top executives that works for Bill Gates was in control.
Well, can I get some? I'd like to taste it. I'm an O-fight now. I worship the serpent. There's nothing wrong.
I gotta get pissed. We'll be right back.
I do too. Goddamn. A dream, normally you can't go back to the same spot. Like, a dream like being in a spot and like, if you want to go back to the place you just were, you can't. It just keeps going, But then these weird dreams where you can go to the same spot every time. That's a very strange phenomenon.
Like it just happens, or you actually like try to go
happens.
There? Oh.
No, I don't try to do nothing. But Mall World's one, and Mall World also has a lot of weird pipes and like a sewer thing under it. And it's real weird. And people have drawn maps and their maps matched. Almost like the HP. Yeah, like the H.P. Lovecraft dream books.
Whoa.
Because Peter Levenda wrote that fucking Necronomicon.
Necrogoblicon.
You're the Necrogoblicon.
have you seen Necrogoblicon?
I haven't seen it, but I heard that he wrote it.
Let's show him Necrogoblicon. It's a band. It's a metal band.
Oh, they're called Necrogoblicon?
Oh, yeah, bro. The lead singer's a goblin. It's fucking sick.
Look at Duncan just
This is Necrogoblicon.
I'll show you this picture that Duncan just sent to me. And I go, what is this? And he goes, it's one of the Mystery Boys fans coming to your house. I just sent it to you. What? Some fucking naked guy. Yay. Oh, I know there's, isn't there like another goblin-based, and there's like a gnome-based metal band?
No, I haven't seen that one. No.
I know there's Viking metal.
Yeah, there's all kinds of like themes. When you have Gary Wayne here, dude, here's what's so great. Gary Wayne, because he's done so much research, he could tell you what each of these alien races, what they
You mean like the shit that Hal Puthoff's talking about?
What's Hal Puthoff talking about?
He says there's 3 alien races. There's like the great.
There's 4.
Oh, maybe there was 4.
Oh, what's that old Scientologist up to?
He's going on all the big podcasts.
That guy's going clear.
He's making the rounds, dude.
Yeah, they've all been in. I asked Eric Weinstein why there's so many fucking Mormons and Scientologists in this shit.
Ooh, what'd he say?
He goes, well, their belief systems are like porous, and it can allow new ideas easier. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
but no, here's why. I already knew why when I asked him. I just want to know what he'd say.
Yeah,
because I'm just curious what people know and don't know, and I don't think he knows. I think he doesn't know. Because these people play off whatever your little hubris's and ego and shit. They'll use that to push you through path working. And so I think 100% they did that to Jeremy Corbell. Like they fucked his life up for a while, you know? And then, but they're not going to kill you. They're going to do it so you feel like you got past a big obstacle and then force their hand, releasing all this footage of UFOs that we didn't have before. And it's true, we didn't have it before, but is the footage...
We did have all that. Oh, you mean all the UFO files that Trump released? That shit was all out there, right?
They released some more shit. I mean, first of all, I don't want to look at any fucking blobs in the sky. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to know what the fuck you fucks do to kids and why you keep doing that.
Right.
And I want answers, and I don't want to see Lutnick and
Nick
fucking
Shirley.
Mormon front virgin only Nick Shirley. It's sad. I mean, I'm making fun of this kid, but I'm sure he's been through some terrible things because J.R. Sweet.
He's being used, dude. He's being used.
But Mormons are a coven. Like, I had no idea how fucked Mormons are. I had no idea. But the inner circle of Mormonism is a fucking coven. Joseph Smith was a piece of shit. The Angel Moroni, do you know where that comes from? Fucking... When America was into pirate treasure a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
Finding buried treasure was like it's like the mining Bitcoin of his day.
Right.
Was like, you call up a spirit to listen to to find you some treasure. And Moroni, because the name Moroni doesn't sound like the name of an angel, does it? It sounds like the name of some old Portuguese pirate or something, which is exactly what it is. A guy, the captain kid, cut his throat, and his spirit guards the treasure. So initially, Moroni was that, a guy where you'd see him bleeding from his throat, and he was some kind of like swarthy sailor. Probably looked like me with a tan, like some indeterminate eyebrow person. Not an angel. And then all of a sudden, Moroni tells you about the golden tablets, the Prince of America, Moroni. But that's a pirate ghost. Originally, he's a pirate ghost with a slit throat. Don't sound angelic to me. Anyway, I've never been to that temple, the main Mormon temple in Salt Lake City, but maybe we could look at it. There's symbology all over it that is Freemason and, Luciferian.
Does this connect to what you were talking about with Duncan about these Saturnian necromancers that your Jehovah's Witness friend was telling you about or something?
Yeah, well, Saturn supposedly is, again, now I'm like...
Saturn is Satan, right?
No, it's where they're projecting the Matrix from or whatever the fuck. Whatever the black cube you're in. Everybody gets their own black cube, though. Don't worry.
What's the story about the Saturnian necromancers?
Well, okay, so Saturn is the controller fucking... Whenever you see that symbol of a black cube, that has something to do with that. And it has to do with whatever prison we're in, which I'm not entirely clear on.
Black Cube, the Israeli...
Oh, yeah, it's a promising name, isn't it? That's weird, because that's an evil thing, and I can't see Israel being associated.
It's like the Israeli Blackwater, right?
Yeah, I can't see... That's weird that Israel be associated with something that fucking vile as the black cube. Oh, the Kaaba stone. What do you think that shit is? Why the fuck do they do that? March around a fucking Kaaba stone that was pagan previously. Black Rock, Black Stone. Apollo Capital.
Apollo Global.
Who's the guy? The
Apollo
Black,
Global was
Black Lord Conrad Black?
No, his name is God damn it. The fuck is his
Apollo's
name?
fucking Lucifer, dude.
Apollo Global was the company that basically all the top billionaires of the NBA teams were a part of. And there was this dude who was an NBA reporter named Henry Abbott. He wrote all about, and he used to work for ESPN, then he got kicked off ESPN, he started his own podcast. And he learned about this Apollo Global company and found out that all these fucking NBA owners were invested in Apollo Global. And then he found out that Leon Black was the guy who started Apollo Global, and he was connected to Jeffrey Epstein, paid Jeffrey Epstein like, what was it, $70 million for estate planning or to help him with his taxes or something crazy.
I know if someone who knows his son.
And it all connects to fucking Goldman Sachs, and it connects to fucking, what's his name, the crazy fucking spy who did the video of him. What's that goddamn motherfucker's name? The super, you know who I'm talking about. Who's the guy who worked for Trump, got Trump elected the first time, and then went and made the video with Epstein?
Steve Bannon?
Steve Bannon, yes.
Oh, he's with them.
He's tied into all this shit somehow too.
Well, what I think as of now, but like I said, it could change is, and I had a fan that was writing to me about, from the second PSYOP division, was saying they had civilian. So Sean Patrick Hazzard could tell you too, the deception operation takes about 10 years usually when they do a deception op. You know, on America itself, totally legal now. Thank you, Obama. Smith Modernization Act. And what does that really mean? That means they're gonna put a LARP on everybody. And if you make enough noise, they'll give you your own LARP and they'll put you right through it. And if you're not looking out for it. So now I think I know what Rudolf Steiner was saying about Madame Blavatsky being in a cult prison, because he talks about how she was psychic, but then these groups put her in a cult prison. And I'm like, what the fuck is a cult prison?
Yeah, I
think it's a LARP they put around you that you follow those leads they give you. And I won't say the name of the thing, but I know Giorgiani got fucked by being involved in they stitched
the alt-right movement.
Yeah, they stitched him up with that Spencer gay guy,
Richard Spencer,
who, by the way, got some Nazi chick pregnant or something. I don't know why he's gay. I don't know why. I don't know why these guys are gay, but they all, I guess, having a kid's like a farm chore. A guy from Mad at the Internet said that about Nick Fuentes, that having sex with a woman is a farm chore that one day he must do, because he doesn't want to be near that fucking little gay kid.
Yeah, Giorgiani's he's a weird one. He knows so much.
That guy's stuff made, because I never read Charles Fort until I saw Giorgiani somewhere. Yeah, I might have seen him on here as well. I did.
Neil introduced me to Giorgiani, actually.
What?
Neil Senlak, Gnostic informant.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, he hooked me up with Giorgiani, because Giorgiani knows so much about religion too. Like he's like he knows so much about Christianity, like ancient Christianity.
Well, he knows about the institution. See, here's the thing. He equates institutional Christianity with Christianity. He's friends with Atlantic Council people. Do you understand what we're talking about when I say Atlantic Council? Yeah. Like real rich kids that their parents were some kind of gangster in Eastern Europe.
Right.
Okay? And New York is one of the most smug cities. I mean, the level of smug of New York, looking back now, is unreal. It's easily San Francisco level. I don't know if there's a canopy of a retard ray over people I know. So I have friends that are in
retard ray.
It's Project Gestalt probably, but the friends I know that they all just respect the shit out of authority, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like just little. They go, oh, well, this is an expert, and so that's how Bernie Madoff robbed a bunch of Jews with an affinity scam, right? Oh, well, they say he's the best, and I'm a cow, so I go with the herd.
Right.
And then he took all your shit because you couldn't think for yourself and do your own fucking research. And all the herd science said Madoff's the best, right? Look at these returns he gets. And so these are people trained to go with the mainstream no matter what. And even the ones that aren't mainstream are still mainstream. They would never question, maybe I don't need to get a booster. By the way, did you get your booster? Your COVID booster? You should be on like your 15th.
Forgot.
What number should I be on by now? 15?
Probably 12, 13, 14, yeah. Something like that. In the teens, for
Someone's doing that. Someone's topping off their COVID booster.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you know what a fucking imbecile you are if you do that? I mean, I can't look down on you more. Luckily, we're allowed.
I got a fucking marketing text from one of the pharmacies around here recently. One of the big ones, either CVS or Walgreens. Can't remember which one. But they were like, "Oh no, we got now buy one get ones for COVID boosters. Come here with your loved one and get." They're still doing it, they're marketing it.
I wish I tried crack instead of getting my vaccine. I wish instead of getting 2 Pfizers, I tried crack because
I would love to try.
That
crack.
would be way better for my body.
That's on my bucket list to try crack. I would like to smoke crack for the first time with Hunter Biden. I think that would be a good story.
Yeah, dude. And I bet you Hunter would tell you a lot of shit. Did you watch his podcast with the Andrew dude, the Callahan dude? Yeah, what's Callahan's deal and why is he advertising with Hunter and whatever? Why does Hunter have the Finger Lakes tattooed on his back? I don't buy his story.
What does he have on his back?
The Finger Lakes. All of them.
I don't know what that is.
You know, in the Midwest, Cuyahoga.
Let me see a picture of this. Hunter Biden's Finger Lakes tattoos on his back.
Because he used to have a great time.
Just type in Hunter Biden tattoos. See, it'll come up.
Yeah. And anyway, those happen to be the there we go.
What the fuck?
Looky there.
Well, because he would stay with his grandparents or something on one of those lakes and had a great time. And so that's why it sounds like bullshit to me. I think the Bidens are involved, were and are involved in human trafficking, just like, well, Trump's part of it now, clearly. Don't you ever stop thinking that human trafficking is not being run by people in America high up, and especially in the government? That's where the most of it goes between America and Canada is in the Finger Lakes area. Yeah, it's real suspicious. Real fucking suspicious.
Very odd.
So, look, I like when Candace Owens is telling the truth about shit, such as she's not wrong about Charlie Kirk at all. I don't know why anybody thinks she is unless they didn't look and they don't want to believe it.
Well, she said, what was the deal with the time traveler shit she was saying about it?
Well, she was talking about Project Looking Glass and that Charlie had talked, and I'm sure Charlie did talk to her about it. And you know, the main thing is Monarch. See, I want to hear the word said out loud, MK Monarch. I don't want to hear
MK Monarch.
That's the one that you'll notice people don't bring up a lot. Well, people do, but just not on major platforms.
I'm very vaguely aware of it, but like the people
Kathy
that
O'Brien's book.
My problem with it is all the people that have like hit me up about it are people that say they were victims of it and they seem like fucking crazy schizophrenics.
Oh, well, I don't know if you know the government testing drugs and on you makes
Which,
you
if
crazy.
it was true, the paradox of it, if it was true and if their story was true, that's how they would probably come off. But it's how do you know? Like, how do you verify if this is not a crazy person?
I guess you could just go by the track record of the government that did MK Ultra and MK Often. MK Often is where they got into the occult, as you recall.
So every person that emails me that says they were abducted by aliens, you got to believe them?
No. But I always will hear them out. Now, I've heard stories where I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. See, schizo, that term, and schizophrenia is a collection of symptoms. They don't know what the fuck schizophrenia is. They've never known. There's that guy that worked with schizophrenics that's got an interesting story you should talk to. Because there's the ones that just say gibberish, and then there's ones where something's feeding on them. And the only treatment is to just give them drugs. They don't fucking try to get it, you know. Anyway, I can't remember the guy's name. I apologize, but he's been on a bunch of stuff. And anyway, when I asked Eric Weinstein, because he's got a thing about gauge theory where he talks about, so in geometrical terms, I guess, he has X4 and then a thing which is 14, Y14 and X4. So X4 would be where we live. That's the 3 dimensions plus time dimension. X4, that's a plane on the thing, okay? And then he calls it the observaverse, which is 14 dimensional that cuts down through that. And I was like, why don't you just call it heaven? That's what you're talking about.
Right.
And I go, you know, in Hinduism, they got the 14 loka that are the same thing you're talking about. He goes, well, I don't do that because you can get schizo that these numbers match. And I'm like, So I think I would love to talk to him about it more because that's a major flaw in your thinking, buddy. And I'd like you to stop. I'd like you to start, maybe get a little schizo because it would be a lot more useful than trying to find a way off the planet. I also asked him that, like, why do we need to get off the planet?
Right.
Because there's weapons that can destroy the whole planet now, he said. I go, what if we just take all the fucks in charge and put them in a fucking wood chipper and stay on the planet? Right. How about that? How about instead of us having to worry about these animals that create this shit and voting for them, how about we all get together and stick them in a fucking wood chipper like pedos deserve? And then we can stay on the planet. How about that idea? Nobody likes my theory. Anyway, it's just like the arrogance, and it's built in. If you're high, you deal with hedge fund people and you went to the best schools or, you know.
Yeah.
I never talked to Brett, but he don't seem as much like Eric's older brother.
Yeah.
And I really told Eric I enjoyed when he was bullying Brett for teaching at that stupid college that fucked Brett Weinstein over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dumb. But academia is so fucking... The academia was an infiltration from the start. All the Ivy League.
Did you see that Brett just debated, I don't know if you would call it a debate, but he debated this dude named Michael Tracy.
Oh, he's the best, Michael Tracy.
It was fucking hilarious.
Michael Tracy. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't think Michael Tracy's a paid shill because
he talks like he's Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer.
And it's bizarre, but again, are you trying to get a job with him? Because I can't imagine they already hired this oily man. I've met him.
Michael Tracy?
He's a little fat guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to fight Jim Acosta outside the Hampton Inn when they wouldn't let him into some Epstein victim thing.
I saw that.
You know what a tool bag Jim Acosta is, but I bet he'd win.
Mm-hmm, probably.
Michael Tracy's not a big dude. I mean, not all these people are tiny when you meet them. But
yeah, he has a problem with podcasts. He says the podcasts are a big problem.
Yeah,
and they need to be controlled, censored.
Oh, well, you know about digital borders, right? Digital borders.
What's a digital border?
So that group I mentioned at the top of the podcast, what I call VFT, the Vine and Fig Tree.
Yes.
Which is really creepy. They're calling it Fig Tree and whatever. Ask Gary Wayne.
I'm sure it's some sort of biblical shit.
It sounds like it. Like the Fig Tree generation that sees the fucking end times. What that sounds. Anyway, their whole thing is to monitor people and then accuse them of domestic terrorism, which is not a legal charge. And and then the corporations can censor you. And
domestic terrorism, aka anti-Semitism, right?
I'm sure. I gotta believe Ben Shapiro's probably jumped on this one too. We don't have good digital borders. You know that? Never mind our physical borders. Just think about someone. There's people that are high, and all the the IHRC, whatever you said the definition name.
Yeah.
Which includes criticism of the nation of Israel.
Government.
What's the criticism about Israel? Anyway, so a phrase like digital borders. Oh, we're China. You know, China has a firewall because they protect their digital borders, which everybody can get around with a VPN in China, by the way. That's what these fucks are talking about. So, and they go, because it could be foreign actors influencing people to think that maybe Israel's not a good friend.
Right.
Unbelievable. And it's going to work. By the way, it's going to work.
Well, he was saying that the answer to that, like what Brett was arguing is so what is the answer to that? Is the answer to that like 3 news channels like it used to be where we get all the information? Like you're basically saying, you know, if you have a library full of books, you're going to restrict certain books. Like, no, there's good books and there's bad books.
I want to hear them all. I want to see everything.
You want to be able to read all the books and use your fucking God-given gift of reason to pick which ones are good, which ones are bad.
Yeah, and if I'm wrong, go fuck yourself. It's my right to be wrong too, shitheads. If I ruin your plans by saying I don't trust the vaccine, well, I don't give a fuck. That's my right.
Right.
They could pass any law about whatever they want. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want, assholes. I'll say anything I fucking feel like saying. But guess what? I'm almost dead, and they don't have to do nothing to me. It's the generation, whatever. I think Tavistock made up this generational astrology we use. You know, millennial, boomer, zoomer. That's not a thing. That's a fucking another nonsense marketing term.
Who made that shit up?
I believe Tavistock. I could be wrong, but ask Matt Eric.
Tavistock?
Tavistock is...
That's a Matt Eric question?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tavistock gave us the Beatles. It gave us gender care in England. Yeah. And then Courtney, I'm blanking on her last name, but I said her name. The Final Betrayal is the name of the book. I recorded an episode with them. Her and the guy authored it, and then there's some problem where I can't. Anyway, should be a good guest too, by the way. But The Final Betrayal is the name of the book. It's all about that Tavistock shit. If you read Tragedy and Hope, which my rabbi, Richard Grove, sent to me initially, that kicked off me getting everything. Tragedy and Hope is all about England getting us back in World War I. We used to hate England because, you know, we fought them and we like France.
Right.
But now, after World War I, suddenly we're buddies with England. Oh, and don't say anything about Churchill. Fuck that drunk. First of all, fuck England.
I just had Scott Horton in here the other day.
Oh, yeah, he'll tell you.
Dude,
Scott will tell you. That's why I have a pipe. I don't smoke this. I just hold it like this.
Yeah, I noticed.
Scott doesn't bring it on podcast either. He just had it and we smoked weed out of it and made me laugh to have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He didn't bring his pipe in when he came in here, though.
Yeah, it's not. I stole the fact that he had a pipe and I'm doing this, but he doesn't do that. But I find it hysterical to do this. It's just he had a good pipe that he was smoking weed out of with me we went to a nice mid-price steakhouse with my buddy Aaron the lobbyist and Keith and
he's got an insane visual memory of all of this fucking crazy history of
I know.
like the United States and the war on terror and all this. He knows the names, he knows the dates, he knows everything.
He
dude.
told me from his own mouth he has a blind spot for anything religious or spiritual of any kind. He has a complete blind spot.
Interesting.
So, because we were arguing, because he still thinks 9/11 is what they said.
Yes, he does. We talked about that.
Which is like, you would have to have a blind spot to all things to have. That's almost like how, you know how black holes where the laws of physics break down in the universe? I view those as like plot holes. Like a black hole in the universe to me is like a plot hole in the story that didn't get resolved, and we're just not going to talk about it.
Right.
It's a hole. That's what he has, a black hole.
Yeah.
Where, dude, with a memory like that, and his books are great. His books are great about the topics, by the way. I highly recommend his shit.
His books are amazing. We have one of them right there, Provoked.
And we were yelling at each other, smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Dude, that guy's fucking amazing.
And and he was like, because he doesn't like, because Alex Jones went into Bohemian Grove.
Right.
What's the big deal if they have with the Artemis and what? I go, well, I don't really give a shit, but it's another closeted thing where you told me you're a conservative Christian and you're passing laws based on the shit, but you worship an owl and what I'm into. So I'm into going to normal church like a normie,
right.
And you're gonna go get in a red robe and burn a fake wooden boy to an owl. You know, nobody sees a massive issue with this. Well, he doesn't because he doesn't believe in anything that's not material, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. If you got a blind spot to spiritual shit, then you must be like an atheist, I'm guessing. If you're an atheist, and I don't mean to stop, but you're using half of your brain.
Yeah,
you're using half of your brain. If you were a secular materialist, there is nothing. So Yuval Harari, that little goblin with his awful book on anthropology, and he's such... I don't know. It's frightening to me that it's considered good by the leaders of the world. I don't think he's some powerful force. I think that you can make a living telling the lizard people what they want to hear, which is what he does for a living. Oh, free will is over with. Remember his fucking... By the way, you are choice. There's no way to get rid of free will. You literally, the part that's you, okay, of your body and souls, whatever parts make the thing, is choice is, that's what you are. You're the choice part. So that's why when you die, you're just a big, almost like a tree, right? Like a nice Kabbalah tree, just a stack of choices.
Do you know about that Robert Sapolsky dude?
Wait, is that the guy that talked to the schizophrenics? Or is he the guy that says no free will?
No free will. He believes.
Can you put a picture of him up before I trash him?
He's the guy who does all the podcasts, but he never travels for a podcast. They're all on Skype. And
he has no choice in the matter.
What is his, find out what his actual like credentials are. He's a very interesting dude, written a lot.
I have tried to understand why free will doesn't exist from him explaining it and from Sam Harris explaining it, and I still don't get what the fuck they're talking about. Neuroendocrinologist, primatologist, and author. I think they're using a definition of free will that's like beyond.
So his version of free will is he's basically saying like all of our genetic history and like everything that's led us up to where we are now, like genetically and environmentally, basically is predetermined. So like any situation we get into is predetermined based on that history.
He's an asshole. What an asshole. I know you got to explain why.
Come up with a better. I butchered that.
I think he summed it up beautifully, actually. And I think he's trying to explain his fucking hair. He had no choice but to keep literally the shittiest hair and beard I've ever seen. What is he going to do? It's his environment. He's going to have.
He's just a hippie, bro.
Fucking retard hair and beard. If he was a hippie, then he would know that consciousness does not arise from your brain meat, which is what dumb Professor Dave, I bet, would sit here and tell you that. I've heard assholes go, there's no such thing as a subconscious. He
talks about stress a lot. One of his big things that he covers is stress, and his view on religion is that religion is a form of stress relief to deal with the world.
Yeah, of course it is. A lot of things are, but I mean, a guy that doesn't really like or understand religion or hates whatever. I mean, the word religio means a constraint at the end of the day. It is a control system, like I was talking about, a black cube.
Right.
But again, these are all marketing terms Okay? If you like Jesus, the whole point of Jesus was you don't have to get hung up on bullshit and institutions. Jesus got killed for, remember, when they finally killed him, he was flipping their tables. There's scumbag, like the scumbag faith leaders around Trump. Those are the people that Jesus would have been flipping their shit over.
Right.
So that he was always sent here to die. That was the whole point. The science life.
Sapolsky argues that free will is a complete illusion. He points that every human behavior is the inevitable result of a seamless chain of biological and environmental. Also, I pretty much did nail it. Environmental causes stretching back millions of years, leaving zero room for. These are all simpleton
fucking philosophies that they complicate with academic language. Asshole, you are choice.
Type in Sapolsky on religion.
Everybody and history. Just any knowledge of history, you would know that some people do the unexpected. And that's why, my brother used to program video poker for casinos. He's a programmer. And I remember him telling me they can't simulate true random. Like true random, they can't simulate that.
Really?
Yeah. It's like absolute zero. You can't do it. True random is the thing that I think is... some people will do things you don't fucking expect, and it doesn't matter what their background. Some people will go against everything that their environment told them to do. It's happened many times. The only way for his argument to work is if consciousness comes from your brain, and even then, I don't think it works, to be honest. But I'm not a neuro. I don't want to, as Professor Dave would say, don't buck the system.
Right. So his view on religion
him and Sam Harris, the guy with the $150K a day meditation atheist empire who fully supports genocide in Gaza and a war in Iran. But this one's different, said the great zombie.
Did that Sam Harris said that?
He's such another guy that I'm supposed to think is smart that is not impressive on any level. The guy who said we need to preemptively nuke Iran. Why would we have to do that, Sam?
Oh my God.
Because so Israel can do as much damage as it wants to anybody at any time? You dumb fuck. We had a Cold War for how many years with mutually assured destruction?
Right.
So they're not telling you that part when they go, Iran can't get nukes. Because the Greater Israel Project, I said this to Eric too, that's a real thing. That's why they're in Lebanon.
Babylon.
They've already got a map of what they want, and they've been talking about it openly. So it's not even a debate unless you just don't want to look at it.
Right.
Which is most of the cattle that live here.
So Sapolsky's view on religion is an evolutionary coping mechanism for managing stress and anxiety, essentially calling it nature's antidepressant.
He's a
staunch atheist, Orthodox Jewish.
Okay, that doesn't go together unless you are a fuckbag Kabbalist. Is that what he is? Yo, that Torah does not teach that shit. Okay, Torah Jews, religiously speaking, I like everybody except this fucking guy. Torah, that's not a thing. Okay, you get free will. You absolutely get free will. What he's defining free will as is like really murky.
Yeah.
Okay, like, well, so what if my environment led me to make this or that decision? I've gone against decisions I was conditioned for, and I've made decisions that I didn't want.
I also wonder if people like him, that write books on this shit and like make a huge name for themselves based on these theories are like maybe less inclined to change their theories. Well,
the people that are the slave masters of you that promote the universities and pay for them, the shitbags that pay for the science.
Yeah.
So every time So Professor Dave, when he sits here and tells you, the science, I believe in the science, the Church of Science.
Yeah.
The people that pay for you to exist, you fucking, I already called him a toucan. There's no need to get into this name calling like I have a very deep urge to do.
Why? He does it.
I know. I would slap the shit out of that guy. In person, like, none of these, dude, you should have seen this punk ass from the Atlantic Council that tried to ambush debate me. Giorgiani's brother Lev took the fucking whole episode down.
What?
Yeah. Punk ass Vlad Davison. Fuck his whole family. Fuck the Atlantic Council and anybody involved in that. Fuck Ukraine and fuck you if you don't like it. Oh, I'm so sick of people with foreign fucking accents telling me I gotta spend money for their dumb shit. There is no America first ever. It never was. It's a lie. The whole thing's a lie. Anyway, I got all fucking worked up thinking about it. He thought he was going to argue with me about fucking we should keep giving our money to Ukraine. Not even Israel. To Ukraine, they were trying to push this. And then Lev's like, well, you generate a lot of loosh. What? Okay. Well, good. I hope it harms your cause, idiots. The people that think the West is a good thing, it's not. It's not. It's demonic. Just what the Muzzies said. The great Satan. Except we're not great. It's just Satan. It's
right.
Sam Smith at the fucking Grammys, fat with a vest and a top hat with little horns. An embarrassment. What an embarrassment of a human. That's the Satan we are. And then Pfizer in flames.
Yeah.
That's the shitbag country.
Consumerism, consumer materialism.
I never saluted the flag once in my life. Thank you, Jehovah Witnesses. I've never taken a blood oath to this fucking satanic flag that what a scum. I hope people
the
wake
Star
up.
Spangled Banner is based on satanic Dionysian ode.
I did not know that.
It's Neil, another one Neil's taught me about.
Neil's a fucking dude. Turning Point Sam Tripoli has done some fine. This think tank.
So the original Star Spangled Banner was an ode to Dionysus.
Oh, great, that guy. I mean, I had 4 claws on this podcast, but I
find the original Star. We gotta show it to Kurt.
Yeah, Carl Jung wanted to turn Christianity into Dionysus worship because he was a priest of some Dionysian cult.
Oh, was he really?
They're all wizards and shit, dude.
Yeah, they are.
This is what I want to say to these fucking dorks that are like academic fucking nerds that I could beat up. Yo, you only exist because a goofy rich person is paying for you to exist.
Yes.
You fucking secular cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The people that pay for you, and if they decide the money's going to go this way, like the nerd punk you are, you're going to go where they tell you. And that person guiding you thinks they came from Atlantis. Do you understand that? The people that taught Professor Dave that there's no such thing as any other thing but science, those people are Harry Potter wizard people.
And they have a temple to Poseidon on their island.
Okay, you fucking cow. So why look at the money first, fuckface, like you did when you chose your major.
Right.
Like the people that study string theory, like the dumb fucks they are. And Eric Weinstein's dead on about string theory being worthless. It's dude, we live in a hologram? Are you shitting me? Dude, everything's a hologram. Are you shitting me? Oh, I'm not real. But I shouldn't believe in another thing that's not real, like God. What a collection of assholes.
All right, play it. This is the original. Put your head in. He talks about Bacchus and shit.
He didn't even write a new song.
No, they just copied the whole thing.
So this jerk off wrote a parody song?
No, this is the original.
This is the original.
I know. So the Star Spangled Banner is
based
a parody.
It's a parody of this, Ode to Dionysus.
So Weird Al Yankovic our national anthem.
Yankovic our shit.
I did not know about that. That's actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, well, George Washington's coat of arms looks like the flag. You know, his family from England. This was always at New Atlantis. America was always, in the words of Sir Francis Bacon, the illegitimate son of Queen Elizabeth, and the head of the Shakespeare Society.
He was the dude who wrote the first Atlantis book, right after Plato.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
Isaac Newton was by the way, Isaac Newton.
That's what what's his name? Graham Hancock based all his shit off of.
Graham Hancock, I did not know this, and I'll happily be corrected if I'm wrong. Openly Luciferian.
What?
Yeah. Well, Luciferian is not Satanist. You know that, right?
There's so many forms of Satanists. I can't keep track of them.
So Satanist is actually kind of, like it's a catch-all term and it's inaccurate and it's probably not good to use, but it's insulting. So I've used it a lot. Luciferian, which is what all that Freemasonry is to hold the seething as a great manly P. Hall. You know, when you prove you can hold the seething energies of Lucifer in your hand, that means you're good and bad. Or as Jung said, what's the term when your side of you don't want to admit exists? You not ingratiate.
Agnostic?
No, integrate. Integrating the shadow. That's Jungian psychology. Okay, well, what does that mean? I'm not really sure. I do understand one thing of acknowledging the parts of you that you don't like, but you get that in Christianity or
you get that in Scientology.
Yeah. Yes. So what is he doing there? And fucking Jung, the quote from Jung is It's like they want to turn Christianity into Dionysus worship, and people become beasts. Like the Hunter S. Thompson quote, he who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man in the beginning of Fear and Loathing.
Right.
That's old Illuminati shit, dude. That's like way back. The Rousseaus, even the dipshit from the Bavarian Illuminati. The whole idea is like, we're going to be hermaphrodite beasts. And then there's going to be a class ruling us. And that's what they mean by getting back to the golden age. Everything in its place, no free will, like that dumb shit Sapolsky. Wow, I know. Wow, what a Polak. That's not fair. I should. It's just his name, Sapolsky.
Speaking of Hunter S. Thompson, tell me about those snuff films that you.
Oh, Frank, read Nick. You ever talk to Nick Bryant?
Yeah, I have talked to him.
I gotta have him on my show, but he wrote it in a book, and Paul Bonacci talked about it, about Hunter S. Thompson shooting gay snuff films of boys. Where did Hunter get money from near the end when he couldn't write no more? As everybody knows, he wasn't able to write anymore, and he's in a diaper and this and that. And
yeah,
blah,
what happened
blah.
to him?
Carried a doctor bag of drugs around. Never caused him any problems until one time a chick said something and the police raided his home, but he was fine. He didn't do any time. But he's legendary for his doctor bag of drugs. If you put in Johnny Knoxville, this is how I prove. See, this is what I accept as evidence, which I want to make clear is not going to be good court evidence. But this is the evidence. This is how, just if you understand, like, why am I saying this or whatever. If you put Johnny Knoxville's talking about meeting Hunter S. Thompson, I'm like, Hunter S. Thompson's a piece of shit. Silly his story. It's all about Johnny Knoxville's hanging out with Sean Penn and all these famous people, and Hunter's all sad at a bar, and somebody's holding his doctor bag for him. He's still carrying a fucking bag of drugs. Yes. This actually,
Give it to me.
I actually felt bad doing this because what's his name got sad. Duncan got sad when he saw this.
Really?
Because I find this to be at least as disturbing as Bill Cosby forcing interns to watch him eat curry in his dressing room. What? Yeah, never mind the other crimes, which at least I could understand maybe the motive of them. But this shit where you go, the employees of the hotel have to come and tuck me in.
That's satanic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, immediately you see it. So what Johnny Knoxville says here. You want to fast forward a little bit. Let's see what he first says. I remember we had to go a little bit further.
Go ahead, hit play from there.
What's your
Hey, Neil.
arc been in terms of what you make of that style and that lifestyle?
Well,
because that guy can write his ass off.
Just a brilliant writer, right? Mm-hmm. But the persona he backed himself up into, it cost you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Cost him. I remember walking in the bar that night in New Orleans, and his head was just down on the bar, and he was just beside himself. And he was in the pain, and he was saying all of his friends are past and gone, and what's the point? And I don't want to feel like I'm name dropping, but I was with Sean Penn that night, and Sean got him, was like, come on, don't stop talking like that.
Yeah.
Like, snap out of it.
Noted
Let's
genius
go.
Sean Penn.
And we picked up his doctor bag. Well, Sean picked it up. His famous doctor bag.
Yeah.
He still is carrying a bag of drugs around.
Right? And he came out of his shell because everyone started reading from The Curse of Lono. And it was like a lot of...
What?
His editor was there, a lot of some other actors and actresses. And it was all kind of a celebration of his words.
What?
Kind of impromptu?
Yeah, we were sitting in a circle.
Circle jerk.
Reading from The Curse of Lono.
Let's celebrate my work on my dick.
I was blitzed. Right? I was shithoused. And, I was pilled up. I was drunk.
Wow.
And he reached in his bag and threw me a big thing of pills.
Whoa.
And I just downed a few without looking. And I said,
Am I going up or
Vicodin?
down, baby?
And he's like, yeah.
He guessed Vicodin.
It was like little respect, which is a terrible fucking thing to be able to do, right?
Hilarious.
Terrible.
It's not that
you
bad.
guessed it, and he was
I
like,
could do it.
Yeah,
Wow, this
see,
guy's
that's-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kind of guy.
Yeah, I could do
Let
it
me
for
make
sure.
it
Eventually, he took umbrage, and he's like, you got to read. And everything that I was fearing happened. Like, I stumbled on some Hawaiian words, and he's like, well, I don't know what's going on. He's usually very bright. And I was like,
You hear that?
and because I'm gripped with anxiety anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's one of my blocks.
Yeah. We'll
and
get
so
there.
then all the things I had feared came true. And I don't know.
What do you think?
He just
back
pathworked
then,
him
though? Like, you
satanically.
think
That's what he fucking
This
did.
is so fucking cool.
Yep.
I
By
can't
giving him his
stand it.
Vicodin?
No, but he goes, okay, so you see the manipulation? So Hunter's sad because, by the way, when did you first hear of adrenochrome? Because I first heard of it from Hunter S. fucking Thompson.
Yes.
That's where I heard of it.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
Okay.
So you're all depressed when you had a great life of doing drugs and shooting guns at teddy bears filled with cream cheese or whatever. And now you're all sad because your friends are gone and all these people worship you like a fucking god, apparently. Drunks and drug addicts whose lives are going down the toilet because of their drug abuse, such as at the time Johnny Knoxville. You just toss them pills out of your doctor bag. Then you respect them when they know what pill it is. Then everybody starts reading your own book to you. Okay. Like a cult leader. Then a guy stumbles over you ever try to read Hawaiian words as a surfer? I'll bet it's hard.
No, I've never tried.
And you surf and you don't attempt it.
No.
You don't read the words of this cannibal fucking island, which, by the way, they were cannibals. You know, they ate babies there for quite some time in Hawaii.
That's what I heard. Oh, in Hawaii?
Yes. Captain Cook, didn't he get eaten? Didn't they cook him? Something funny with his name? Anyway, then so he stumbles on a Hawaiian word, and then the way he said what Hunter S. Thompson said to him, you're usually very bright. Hunter S. Thompson's smart enough to know what he's doing there. That's negging someone like you would with a chick. Understand, you're usually smart. You hear the neg in there? The NLP that he's doing?
No, I don't understand.
Why would you drug someone yourself out of your warlock bag and then as everyone's worshiping you like a fucking false idol?
Belittle somebody like that?
Yeah, why would you? That's control tricks, dude. What else is that?
I see what you're saying.
I understand you're usually very smart. Aren't you wearing a diaper, you old piece of shit? That's what I would have said. Hey, fuck all your writing since that one thing they made a movie of. You fucking scumbag that makes snuff films. That's what I would have said to him. Because I think he did it 100%. And at when Franklin scandal, yet another Epstein. Yet another Epstein scandal. They keep popping up every so often.
Yeah.
Nothing ever. You know who gets punished? The victims. The people that said something. That's the only punishment. So that's how you know you live in a Satan country. Because if you lived in one that wasn't satanic, then the criminals would be punished. But they're not. You live in a country that worships money, and the people don't worship money, worship literally shit out of your holy books.
Right.
The bad shit, not the good parts.
Right. And the problem with that is they're interpreting it however they want to interpret it, because that shit's hard to fucking interpret.
What?
You know,
The curse of Lono?
all the biblical shit. All of it.
No, yeah,
because people fucking interpret it a million different ways. And these people are taking this shit, and it's not only ancient, interpreting it however they want,
and
layering it on top
times.
of modern society. Shit that was written in fucking antiquity.
That's why I love Gary Wayne, because I don't think I've ever seen a guy who is a believer like he is, who syncretizes and really tries to make the things fit. And if something's uncomfortable, he like looks into it.
Yeah.
And he's also very humble guy. So he behaves like a Christian as far as I could tell, Gary Wayne. You know what I mean? He's not like, I'm right and you got to believe this thing or you're wrong. In fact, I tried to warn him about somebody that I heard bad things about that I saw around him. And he was like, well, I'm not. He goes, everybody's free to believe what they want. Everybody gets free choice.
Right.
The exact opposite of that dirty fucking Sapolsky satyr creature. Mind control zombie. It's the same as a voodoo thing. All this shit is connected that we talked about. It seems like you jumped around, but it's not. It's all connected.
Have you heard anything about this this like push to integrate psychedelics with like the Catholic Church?
No, but I mean, we got disclosure coming, right, from Steven Spielby. So guess what? And I love the marketing with that. Will Hal put off being this
Great fucking timing, right?
Is the other guy dead? The guy with the pipe like this? That Stanton Friedman, is he gone?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, well, let's get him anyway. Let's get him anyway. For Harry Carry it. All right, get him anyway. Let's AI him in. You know? Let's AI Stanton Friedman's corpse into the new Spielberg picture. I think Spielberg.
What was Stanton Friedman's deal again? He was like an MIT guy?
Yeah, and I believe a Scientologist as well. It's usually Scientologists and Mormons involved.
Catholic mental health professionals react to executive order removing barriers to psychedelic drugs.
Now Rogan went to something at the White House for this.
I saw that. It was the Ibogaine thing.
Oh, well, I've heard people quit heroin with Ibogaine. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah, no, neither have I. But I have this friend I was talking about earlier, Travis Kitchens, who's a journalist who reports on all the psychedelic shit. He was a part of one of the original studies by John Hopkins.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it tastes fucking really good.
Doesn't taste bad at all for an energy thing.
But it's a fucking kratom energy drink. That's the problem.
Oh, really?
People can get super addicted to it.
Oh, I already take kratom. How is it going to make me
No, I
puke?
know you already take them, so you probably fucking love it. But,
Well, I don't take a lot of kratom. I take 3 capsules, and I take a pretty low amount. But
yeah, but that's like the capsules. You don't really know, like, what is, like, how much are you really getting, you know?
Yeah, well, we'll fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it.
This is the first time I ever had kratom.
Sorry, Professor Dave.
It's clearly working.
I was on
Broke, don't fix
Oxycontin.
it.
Dude, I was on Oxycontin. And I've never done fentanyl, but that must be one of the worst things to kick. Fent? That's got to not be good to kick. Because Suboxone felt worse than not having Oxycontin. Suboxone felt, by a lot.
And the kratom helped you get off the Oxycontin?
Off the Suboxone. Because they'll keep
off the
you
Suboxone, right.
And then, but like I said, I take 3 capsules of it like 3 times a day. So
of the kratom capsules. But you get like legit stuff. You're not buying from the gas station.
Well, if I couldn't find it, I'd probably buy it from wherever. The things, but the thing is, it's just a leaf that's ground up. So
yeah,
you know, Ron Taylor. But a lot of people that try this shit have never done drugs. So if you've never done opiates or had a problem like I would have had, you would be like, this is fucking crazy. I don't get like a high from it.
Right.
I mean, I also, it has a thing where in low doses, it's like a energy more than.
That's what this stuff is. Right. Like you drink one of these and it gives you energy, like super mental clarity and focus.
It's a low dose.
If you drink 2 of them, it'll feel like
Knock
kind
you
of
out.
like a Xanax type deal.
If you drink 3 of them, you'll puke. You puke it up if you can't OD on kratom. It'll make you throw
Really?
up. Oh yeah, you get real
Dude,
sick.
I had this dude on the podcast once.
I mean, I don't know what if you mixed it with shit and made an extract. I don't know anything about that.
I had this dude on the podcast once that right before we started, he goes, hold on one second. And he takes a fucking giant scooper.
Yeah. I used to have a scooper.
He has a huge Ziploc bag. He goes,
I've done
and he
that.
dry scoops fucking kratom right down his gullet right before we started. And then he like washed it down with a couple pills and then he fucking washed it down with one of these.
Well, how much heroin was he on?
Oh my God. I don't even think he was on heroin. I think he just uses it as like a focus drug or whatever.
To do that's like a lot of kratom to do. First of all,
maybe he must have been on something. I don't know.
Anybody dry scooping anything, please don't do that. Well, I do what you want. I'm not your dad, but it's gross. And also to dry scoop, I don't even know how you would do that and not die.
No, I don't
because that shit is so like it doesn't absorb water well.
Right. It's like cinnamon, right?
It's an alkaline.
Yeah, it's like something where it's like you'd be like taking cinnamon or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you would physically be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. But what was I talking about? I was talking about Travis Kitchens. He's the psychedelic journalist. He was a part of the John Hopkins study, one of the original John Hopkins studies with the using psychedelics. They gave him fucking Robitussin and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh God, what an awful way to trip.
And they were doing this study on religious professionals where they were taking like the heads of all these religions, like a Jewish fucking rabbi, a Catholic priest, a fucking Muslim, whatever you call it. And they were giving them psilocybin and trying to figure out, their hypothesis was that if they could give all these different religious leaders these psychedelics, they could find the common core to all religions, this perennialism, that all religions.
When were they doing this?
A couple years ago.
Why weren't they doing it with scientists? See,
they had scientists. It was a John Hopkins study, but like their test subjects were the religious people. And I think Rick Doblin was a part of this thing. And they eventually canned it because they found out that a bunch of the people that were putting on the study, the scientists themselves, were like hanging out with the participants and like doing drugs with them on the side and stuff like that. They were like partying on their
they formed a shitty jam band. It was awful.
But what they found out, they didn't find out there was a common core to all religions. What they found out was that the psychedelics, when these religious people took the psychedelics, all it did was enhance their beliefs that they already had.
Right.
So now there's this push to use psychedelics in the church because their Christianity's dying out in the West, and we need to.
What church is saying this?
Well, there's a book called The Immortality Key by this dude, Brian Marescu. and he goes in and he investigates. He basically, it's like a new take on Carl Ruck's book, The Road to Eleusis, where they're saying the Eleusinian mysteries that were happening in Greece, where they were going there and they were drinking this ergot wine and tripping balls. That's where Christianity it sprouted out of. That is what the take is. And they're saying if they can give the priests, the church fathers, give them the power to give the congregation psychedelics, it's going to enhance Christianity, and it's going to
why not try adrenochrome? Well, drug church sounds fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but the argument, new idea.
Travis's argument against it is like, if you're giving these people who are going to church, these congregants, the psychedelic drug, people who are probably already vulnerable to begin with, and you're giving the power, the guy who has the fucking microphone or the direct line to God to put the people under psychedelics. Now these people are going to be super fucking malleable, and you can like get them to believe whatever you want.
Oh, you don't say. Oh, you don't say.
Right.
Whoa, this doesn't sound like a new idea at all, does it?
Sounds like a terrible fucking idea.
Sounds like an old idea with an M and a K in front of it, and we've heard of this many, many, many times.
MK Monarch? MK Ultra?
What did they do with Ultra?
Right. Oh, exactly. It's exactly what it fucking sounds like.
The whole hippie thing is fake. It's all Tavistock. By the way, Tavistock. All the fucking great music of the 60s, all their parents are fucking generals and lieutenants and shit. Jim Morrison's dad's the guy that did the Gulf of Tonkin false flag. That's his dad. Frank Zappa's dad worked at Edgewood Arsenal, where you ever see Jacob's Ladder, the movie? The horror movie with Tim Robbins, where we get that like Silent Hill vibrating head monster.
Oh shit.
That's it's scary. And it's about and it turns out it's about Edgewood Arsenal. I don't know why anybody would be loyal to the United States military, the shit they do to fucking soldiers. It's really fucking vile. But they took these soldiers and they tested, Benadryl, the worst thing to trip on ever.
Benadryl?
Mm-hmm. Don't ever do it. It's how you see the Hat Man. You know the Hat Man?
You take a shitload of Benadryl and you trip?
It's the worst trip you've ever heard. If you go on Erowid Drug Vault, which is back in the day, that's where you'd look up effects of drugs. People would give you trip reports. Everybody would be like, do not do this drug. It sucks. And then some people go, I'm going to do it again. Like, why? Stop. No, I didn't know at the time reading that. And it sounds awful. It's like, what is going on in your life that you want to do that again? The Hat Man that you've heard of, that people talk about, that's, what's his name? It's Papa Legba from Voodoo. That's who the Hat Man is. That's Papa Legba. In fact, that's probably...
Why does he only show up when you trip on fucking Benadryl?
Probably tuning into the right station.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that what's going on?
Because we don't know what consciousness is, or I think we did. I think some people know what it is and they don't want to say, but how I think it is radio stations. And that's why astrology...
That makes sense. We're antennas.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying the astrology that dippy girls and shit in the paper is real or any of that, okay? However, the leaders... Didn't you in Hamilton Pharmacopoeia tell you that they were giving a fake computer to third world countries? They were selling them fake astrology?
No, that was Nancy Reagan. She
that's her.
That's how she came up with the war on drugs.
That's
an astrology computer.
Of course, her and her Nazi
her
fucking
advisor
father.
Needed it. She needed a purpose. She had no purpose. She needed meaning, and then she had a. So what was the name of the guy who gave her the astrology? It's fucking hilarious. It was her astrologist. Her astrologist gave her an astrology computer, and they did some sort of thing, and they found out with astrology that she needs to come up with the war on drugs.
Yeah, probably. We probably did.
And Hamilton actually got his hands on one of those astrology computers.
I've seen Hamilton tell somebody they were also giving those out to people in other countries that are like our allies. I'm sure Mexico got a fake one.
I thought that was the octopus thing.
Well, Octopus is the computer program with the back door in it.
Yes, right.
But this is, no, specifically with astrology.
Oh.
There's like
Maybe you're right.
Okay, so there's a 13th symbol of astrology, which is Apollo. We're fighting a dragon, Lucifer. And NASA was going to announce it. Not that NASA was announcing new astrology changes, but a new, like, stars had shifted, and that would affect the astrology. All these people believe in astrology, but why? Well, because if I put the right parasites in you, which act as a receiver, like DNA is a receiver, dude. And if I put the right parasites in you and the moon phases are right and it's the time of whatever, we can beam other shit into you, into that DNA. We can beam another conscious. So right now your brain's picking up a signal of consciousness, right? And that's why people get fucked up and they do a Dionysian cult, is to pick up a different consciousness or ideas or inspiration, right? That's what that mystery is about.
That's what the muse is.
Just so you know, if you look up the cult of Bacchus, and you can find it online.
Bacchus is the god of wine. The
Dionysus.
God of Dionysus,
yes. Yeah. The cult of Bacchus would get rich guys in from noble families, and then you go through the mystery, and then people have animal masks on, and they bang on tambourines and drums while you get raped, so no one can hear your screams. And that's your big, like a Diddy party.
Like a Diddy party.
Yeah, it's a real old practice. Diddy got used as a living altar is what I heard. You know how bad that is when they use your body and you're a kid and they use you as the altar? That means they fucked on top of him and shit on. That means the most foul shit you could imagine happened to Diddy from his mom with some Caribbean evil fucking shit.
Oh my God.
Not to mention incest, etc. Okay, yeah, the cult of Bacchus. They were a real problem in Rome. So why would Carl Jung want us to get back to that? That's very strange. That seems odd.
Well, this is all like, back then, that's when they had, this was like the polytheistic stuff where they had multiple gods. These people, you didn't have to fucking be loyal to one god only. These people had they worshipped many gods.
No, it's smart to pay retail in your religion like that. Why would I want to talk to the manager? I want to talk to Dionysus. Take your go feet and go fuck yourself, you creepy homo. That's how I would talk to that god.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk to fucking gods. I go right to the stop if I'm going to do that at all. I'm either doing nothing or I want to talk to the manager like a real Karen. I'm not going to sit there and make a little offering to, this is the goddess of period blood. You know the stupid shit these people do? Well, you know that guy, the drinking guy. Boy, he took being Greek real serious, huh? Boy, he takes being Greek to the next.
Well, he reads all the Greek shit, and it's all about that stuff. All those people were doing all that fucking crazy shit.
I know.
They found that cup in Tampa. You know that? The Museum of Tampa? Yeah. They found that ancient Egyptian cup with period blood, breast milk in it and shit.
Wash your cups out, people. Don't use the same period cup for your...
Yeah, right. After all these fucking years, you couldn't put it in the dishwasher?
For Starfire and blah, blah. There's a whole thing of cannibalism and drinking blood with specific bloodlines, and there's a way to become... I'm just telling you the lore. I don't say I believe in this, but people believe in it, where it's like you could become quantumly entangled with someone leaving that's dying,
Oh, yeah. What is that about?
It's something with 8 hertz on
Who
water.
was just telling us about this?
If it's 8 terahertz or some frequency that water could take on interdimensional properties, supposedly, whatever that means. And but we're made out of water, so I wonder what those hertz would do to us if we did. Humans are a big bag of. You're like a big bag of water.
Or a chemical bag, yeah.
That's right. That's why your boy that used to be fat, but now he's a wizard. He'll tell you he's right, and he's not wrong. Humans are a medium. That's why he called it a spirit medium. They're just
a wizard.
Your boy, the
Almond.
He's a jizzard. He's a dark black jizzard.
Well, no, he thinks Jesus was a wizard.
What's he doing? Not drinking.
I don't know. Who knows?
Again, I'm still okay. Fair enough. These are strong charges against Jesus. You're against that, though, right, sir? No, you're not against it. Okay. Well, you're against doing stuff to kids, though, right?
He's against it. Yeah, he says he's against it.
Okay.
He says he's against all the pedophilia stuff.
Forgive me if I.
That's why he's anti-Jesus, because he thinks Jesus was into that stuff.
So just to get his story straight that you're telling me, because of his anti-PDF file feelings, he's against Jesus, but really into Greeks. Is that the
into the Greek language?
Yeah, it's the most pedo thing there is.
Here's his whole shit.
If you're into Greek shit, you're into a boy.
The Greeks were all into that shit. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. They were. So that's weird that you would be all into that, and then go, "Oh, Jesus, I heard he did that." Did you hear it from a Greek? I bet you did.
He says that when you start reading all the Greek, it reshapes your brain.
It grooms you.
It changes the way you think. He's like, because
I want to see that footage of him when he's fat and has a beard that I can't find no more, and it's been scrubbed.
What footage?
Oh, dude, it's great. It's him giving his speech. He don't talk like that in his old videos, where he's like fat and you can't find him no more. It's like trying to find Tina Fey's fat pictures. They don't exist.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think I've seen that.
Tina Fey used to be fat on SNL. She'd be a writer standing.
Oh no, I know. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about the video of him.
Stupid. Yeah, no, yeah. He was teaching and he had glasses and a beard and he had hair. and he didn't talk how he talks.
Well, you know his origin story, like why he like went down the path he ended up going down.
And that's another question. I'm supposed to think it's impossible that you astral projected to some chick, and I saw how he said to you how preposterous the very idea of that was.
Yeah.
But you just got done telling a story that 2 of your assistants got possessed.
Right.
And you were told you're going to help the Antichrist. So how the fuck is that possible, but not you being an astral rapist? That's my question. The part that I don't believe is that the church is I think he's Jesuit connected still, because I don't trust no fucking Jesuit, I'll tell you that. And I don't trust no Knight of Anybody tells you Knights of Columbus are not bad, they're lying to you.
Who says the Knights of Columbus are bad? The Jesuits?
A lot of people. There's this guy who it's like, there's a lot of ex-Satanist people on things. There's one guy from South Africa. He really makes me laugh because he has a face like, and then I met the Christ and I began to cry. And I don't know his name, but he talks about muti, which is some practice in South Africa where you take kids' blood. It's always the same. And people were asking questions. Is the Knights of Columbus involved in anything? He goes, no. Well, I know you're not telling the truth there, buddy, because you better look into Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu is where they are. That's where they had been smuggling all the kids from. We had 300,000 illegal kids missing still, right? Yeah, they're still missing. Any word on them?
No.
No. Check your McNugget. Hey, check your McNuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 300,000. That seems like a lot of children. Wait a minute.
Crazy.
We're being spied on 24 hours a day. From your fucking you have a smart washing machine that watches you shower, okay? But we can't find 300,000 missing kids. That's strange. They must have wanted that to happen, that those kids. And Wayfair, all that shit was true. Remember the Wayfair?
Yeah.
And then the fake debunking was like, oh, what do you think? They hide kids in a pillow and send? No, dipshit.
What was the Wayfair accusation again? Remind me.
People were buying kids off Wayfair. And 100% I think they were. I have any doubt that they were. There ain't you got a cabinet and it's got a kid's name. It costs 30 grand and it's sub IKEA quality. That's a child. It coincides when unaccompanied minors could come into the country under Biden and them. So if I was Candace, I'd ask Hunter about that shit. Again, Candace ain't lying about Charlie Kirk or Israel. She's dead on point.
Right.
Here's what she's a little off on. Defending Harvey Weinstein. Defending that fucking kid from Scientology that's a rapist. Hyde from That 70s Show.
Oh, yeah.
No one calls Candace out for that, right? Nobody goes, why would you say it's not true about Hyde from That 70s Show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because John Mappin, the Scientologist billionaire that introduced Candace to her husband. Now look.
Danny Masterson.
Masterson.
Yeah.
That's a promising name. Her fucking John Mappin. You know who John Mappin is?
No.
Billionaire Scientologist from England. When Europe, they're on purpose destroying the rest of Europe, and I'm sorry, pigs, it's going down for you. Your leaders hate you. We'll drag your king out and put him in a wood chipper if you don't like it. They forced him to have immigrants in his castle. The government did, and I'm on his side. I want to just say, John Mappin, I'm on your side with that. You could tell me we had a revolution about shit like that, telling me I got to store people in my cat. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
So again, let me just be fair to John Mappin. That's fucked up. They did that. I'm curious about the videos John Mappin made where he wears a lizard mask, and I'm curious why the fuck all these people are connected. I'm curious why, so look, anybody telling the truth, I got no beef with them. The truth as far as I understand it until I find out they're not, and then I would be upset, right? But Candace is not lying. The things people are attacking her for, those people are on the side of fucking cannibal lizards. Yeah. So I'm just curious, why no one's allowed to talk without a billionaire behind them.
Right.
Does anybody see a problem with that? Because it feels like a huge problem to me. So, like I said, I don't put my faith in any of these people like they're my hero. Do you get it?
The beef with her and Laura Loomer on X is fucking hilarious.
Laura Loomer, I call her Larry Loomer, and I say she was a dude, and because I'm just trying to find the most logical explanation.
What did Beck call her? Beck Lover? He called her, Jigsaw.
Everybody calls her Jigsaw.
No, it wasn't Jigsaw. It was something else. Maybe it was something. I can't remember. He had a really funny name for her.
Wow.
She's a rough looking lady.
Well, I heard Trump sucked her dick, so I don't know. Anyway.
No, that was Clinton.
Trump sucked. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, they all suck each other's dicks. By the way, I'm not against your private dick sucking. If you're an adult, I don't give a shit again.
Right. If you're an adult,
if you're an adult, go shit on each other.
Right.
I mean, whatever you
Have
do.
fun.
It's like, but the thing is, it's always about control and power and all this other shit. And Trump, what's the quote to Marjorie Taylor Greene's? It'll hurt my friends. Lutnick? It'll hurt your friends. I want your friends to die immediately from
Trump
a plane crash.
At least give him the benefit of the doubt. Trump is, we know for a fact, just based on his previous actions, that he really does care about his friends. Like, he's loyal to his friends, no matter what happens.
Well, not the ones that got him elected and then didn't want us to have $17 a gallon gas.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Oh, gas is way higher now. It's only getting worse. I hope everybody understands the disaster in Iran that we didn't win. Every time we go back and start another bombing thing, they go, this time we got their Navy and their... Again, why are we going back if we're winning? Anyone?
Did you know that we gave Iran their first nuclear reactor?
Oh,
the United States.
I did not know. When, though?
It was in... Find it out. It was called Atoms for Peace.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's a whole photo op. What's the guy? The guy
like
from
the Perry Farrell Dream Team band with Flea and
probably,
shit?
Yeah. The guy from Vice just went there and did a whole doc. He went and interviewed the guys, the people in Iran. He's like on the streets interviewing like people in Iran right now.
This country is so stupid and fucking illiterate, by the way, that they still think Iran is like Argo. You know the Ben Affleck movie?
Right.
Which, by the way, Argo is a lie. That was Canadians. That had nothing to do with us.
Right.
Why did they make a lie movie like that? Mm-hmm. Ben Affleck, why did you make a movie like that with the CIA? Why would you do that? Mm-hmm. Oh, Mossad's making our movies too. That's great. So all those Sandler...
Arnon Milchan was on the JFK movie.
Hey, remember when people were mad at Sandler because he just made movies to go on vacation? And I'm sure to Sandler, he was going on vacation. Okay? Now, I'm sure he's a Zionist good boy. I'm sure he is. But I don't think he was working for Mossad in his head directly when he made whatever. However... Everybody goes, these are like fake movies or like, what is this, money laundering? Remember people? Yeah. It was from Mossad, our best friends. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, yeah. The United States provided Iran with its first nuclear reactor and highly enriched uranium fuel in 1967.
Oh, in 1953.
Eisenhower's Atoms for Peace.
So it was designed to share, and was the Shah there yet?
So here's the thing about...
The Shah was installed. They're trying to install his retard son, by the way. And Giorgiani's for that. Jason Giorgiani thinks the Shah's slowpoke son should be, or his grandson.
I know. Jason also thinks
Rich people suck.
Jason also thinks that we should have nuked Iran a long time ago. He's like, they need to be fucking nuked off the face of the earth. He's like, he's a huge Zionist, as Giorgiani.
Yeah, so that's the part that's fucking weird as shit. I just assume it's... Because he seems like, but like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know any. He seems like a guy that goes his own way, even if he's like, okay, I'm on the team of the shitbag Atlantic Council.
Right.
He's still not going to do exactly what they want. He's going to go his own way, and so they'll use you. So that's what the alt-right was when he got stitched up in that.
Yes.
I'm not going to mention the person he was talking to or whatever, because it's kind of creepy, actually.
Was this the New York Times thing when they filmed his interview with this guy?
This is before. So they go, you've heard of these harebrained ideas to overthrow the government of some country before. You got to be you got to go to some real good schools to think you could pull that off. You know? Mm-hmm. You must be connected at a high point to think that would have worked. Mm-hmm. We're going to overturn. Because it has worked. Keep in mind, the Ayatollah is there. That's also America's fault. Not because the Shah was mean, even though he was a piece of shit that again, Mossadegh, Democrat, it's a democracy. England, not us even, England wants their fucking oil. So we get rid of their democratically elected leader and install the Shah. And then morons will go, they had mini skirts though.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you say that, please omega yourself. Okay. So then, guess what? The Trilateral Commission decides, and I know Giorgiani knows this because we talked about it on my show, Derp with Kurp. The Trilateral Commission that Jeffrey Epstein sat on at age 30 as appointed by the Trilateral Commission installs the Ayatollah. Under Carter. The Ayatollah is there, installed by America and Rockefellers. You know, that Satan fuck family. Mm-hmm. So they wouldn't even have an Ayatollah if not for the help of America in the West.
Right.
They don't really tell everybody that, though, do they? Mm-mm. They don't go, America personally made sure the Ayatollah won. So the way that revolution happened, and you could hear it, there's a documentary about some chick talking to the Shah's wife. It was on HBO, but the communists and the Muzzies were together because they all hated the Shah because he's a piece of shit. Fuck his whole family. He should never be in power over anything. Right. They're American puppets. Mm-hmm. So we had to make sure that he's taken out because this is all just for the purpose of some trade, trade partnership. Yep. They don't give a fuck about the people.
No. And what was I going to say? Oh, one of the things that Shane Smith said to the dude when he was in Iran, he wasn't like he wasn't one of the heads of state. This guy was like a spokesperson for them. But he was like, look, you guys have a lot of problems over this nuclear shit. He's like, if you guys are just using it for energy, I mean, you got a lot of fucking oil reserves around here. Why not just go back to fossil fuels? Do you really need nuclear energy that bad? I mean, it seems like the main cause of all your problems. Mm-hmm. And his answer did seem like bullshit.
What was his answer?
His answer was like, oh, well, you know, we need to have the freedom to make our choice on which energy we use. And with climate change and the global warming, we need nuclear power.
Well, by the way, you know, climate change has been bullshit the whole time. That's already come out. The IPCC. You know that, right?
No.
They don't say it the way I'm saying it. The way I'm saying it, if you go and, hey, Grok, is it true they said it's bullshit? No. They're going to go, no, it's just more complicated.
By the way, how many cow farts was that Jeff Bezos' rocket just released into the fucking atmosphere the other day?
Yo, that shit has Professor Dave, do you think climate change is real? I want you to explain to me why the IPCC and Bill Gates, that famous scientist that I should listen to, you know, science man, Bill Gates, that Professor Dave I apparently trusts.
Oh, yeah.
A college dropout that worked on computers and was just some fucking rich kid. Why the fuck? Dude, Jehovah's Witnesses predicted the end of the world when I was a kid, like at 77, maybe in the 1800s too. So it's like two bad predictions, probably. Pretty embarrassing. Okay. Science has told me the world's about to end like 5 times I can think of off the top of my fucking head where I went to bed nervous about it. Mm-hmm. The coral reefs are disappearing. No, they're not. The ice caps no, they're not. The ice caps have come back.
They're growing, right?
Your fucking kids' taints were receding. That's what was receding.
That's true.
It's really just a matter of trust. Who do you trust? I don't trust Professor Dave because his fucking haircut and his fucking oily looking fucking face. How about that, bitch? And I don't trust anybody in the government that isn't personally helping to put these people in a wood chipper that were involved with Epstein. Wood chipper. I'm not Christian, by the way, as you can understand from my speech, right? If I was Christian, I would pray for my enemy, wouldn't I? I would be.
No,
I would have a beautiful spirit, which I don't have, and I freely admit that. So I'm not trying to come at this like I'm Joey Christian.
Pete Hegseth is a good Christian. He said that Jesus needs to nuke his enemies.
Dude, I thought that creep was at least Catholic for having Templar tattoos, and he's not. He's some weird Lutheran. And just so you know, the Templars, scum that they were, I was trying to explain this to Jesse Michaels, who thinks they weren't the bad guys.
The Templars?
That's why I think Peter Thiel's a Templar, because of the bizarre defensive Templars. You had that one here. The guy who looks like he drinks AIDS for breakfast. I didn't make that up about him. Raw Castaldo did, but it made me laugh. Raw said it to me. Okay. Here's how we know the Templars are not the good guys, okay? Just, first of all, they invented international banking. Case closed, assholes. The inventors, you know how they invented it? They didn't invent it. They channeled it through a skull. They used
the head of Baphomet?
The head of John the Baptist as a goddamn Ouija board to get the secrets of money and banking. That's the first tech they got. The first technology was that. Oh. And then they created a system of eternal wars in the Holy Land, even though they are conspiring with the Saracens. That's why Steve Bannon loves Sufis. He don't like Muslims, but he likes Sufi Muslims. Because all those mystical... Let me just explain something about a legitimate religion versus mystical, okay? A religion that's not complete satanic horseshit will tell you everything that you believe when you join the religion. They'll go, here's what we think. You get to know up front. You don't have a series of initiations like you're in the CIA, like a fucking dipshit being led through a Dionysian cult where you're just going to get fucked. That's what's going to happen at the end, right? I don't care if you're Scientology, CIA, whatever dumb shit where you're like, oh, the secrets, and now I will be blindfolded. Or now we'll do the blindfolded rituals of close your eyes and open your mouth. That's not religion. That's mystery cult. Ask Matt Ehret. All these people you have coming on can say this better than me. But Matt Ehret has a great book about the revenge of the mystery cults, and that's what we're under. That's what they're doing to us.
Revenge of the mystery cults, okay.
That's Matt's book. And he has a whole thing about how Edgar Allan Poe was apparently some kind of guy, some kind of agent fighting against fucking H.G. Wells people and Conan Doyle people. Yeah, because, by the way, 5th generational warfare of the mind, that's not new. Apparently Edgar Allan Poe was engaged in it. Sherlock Holmes is plagiarized off of Edgar Allan Poe.
I had no idea.
I just found this out from Matt Ehret. I always thought Edgar Allan Poe was kind of boring because I only read, I was like, isn't he like sad and he married his cousin or something and boo-hoo goth? Mm-hmm. No, apparently there's a lot more. Oh, Houdini, who was murdered, I'm pretty sure. Because Houdini would go around debunking the occultist spiritualists when they'd fake their... I think there's shit that's real 100%, I think. I've definitely experienced shit with like psi things here and there.
Really?
A lot of people have. A lot of people have.
What kind of psi shit have you experienced?
My being asleep and my girlfriend hearing my dreams and her dreams and fucking... Whoa. But that's just because somebody that I'm connected with, Yeah.
No, that's happened to me too. I have my kid has read my mind before.
Dude, this is where Giorgiani's dead on, where he talks about synchronicities, that stupid Carl Jung secularization of psionics.
Yes.
It's not a synchronicity, dipshit. It's who am I talking to? I'm saying, swear.
Sorry, you can call me a dipshit.
I have to tell you, this White Rabbit energy drink has got me out. It's totally counteracted the good work I did with these Heinens.
You're on fucking fire, dude.
I feel energized. I feel angry. Giorgiani made me think in a way that was good because he's right about that. It's all these little labels we got, right?
Yeah, like demons and...
So I'm not comfortable with things being spiritual. And not stupid people, smart. Scott Horton's one of the smartest people I ever met in my life, I would say. But he's blind spot. He's got blind spot. And he was like, so what? Because the satanic panic nonsense that... I'm sure Professor Dave will bring up the satanic panic if you ask him. Mm-hmm. And, the one fucking blue no matter who dipshit on the last podcast on the left who's like, they'll cover a true crime. Because liberal hipster broads love a good true crime. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's pornography to feminist women is stories of other women being murdered. That's what they all love them. And they all know all the gory details because there's just something in there. And it's just something to think about during your abortion, I guess. While your retard philosophy has inverted you completely as a woman and Sex in the City ruined your fucking brain and told you to go live in New York and live as a gay man your whole life, which is what these fucktard spinsters. And now men with tits have taken your place, you dumb bitches. Next time, let a man tell you something, honey. That's my message to J.K. Rowling.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ,
All right,
dude.
I'm getting delirious from hunger now. You want to go get a little bite with Greg?
Yeah, let's do it. Is there anything we haven't covered?
I don't know. I'm a little bit scattered. People have criticized me for... No, people criticize me for starting a story, never finishing it, interrupting.
If anyone out there wants to timestamp this episode for us, it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, if you want to make I'm what's called the worst guy to have to timestamp in the world.
Yes.
A lot of people criticize me for it. And you know what I say to them? Why don't you go die? Sometimes people just give me constructive criticism. And I consider them my mortal enemy for life. For merely making a suggestion that would probably help me. I'd burn with hatred and vengeance.
All right, bro. Let's go eat. Tell people about where to find your
Mystery
podcast.
Boys, #1 trending podcast on Spotify.
Mystery Boys. Kurp Metzger and Duncan Trussell.
That's right. And we just overtook...
They said that Duncan's your handler.
Well, he has handled me a couple of times. My handler. Yeah, I love the fucking handling. And this one's compromise. You live in America, the land of the plumed serpent. This shit with you was compromised before you were born. Okay? So most people are an agent and don't even know it. You're a Gestalt. You're part of the fucking herd, and they manipulated people into that. Yes. There's no reason in a supposedly scientific society. This is what I like to ask Professor Dave. The hardest science question there is: what is a woman? No one knows. We don't know what a vaccine or a woman or a war, right? Nobody could tell you. No, these science people could tell you. That's how you know they're not science people. They're really politicians and influencers and phonies.
You heard it first. Professor Dave, your move.
I don't know what a woman is. Okay, I'm not saying I know. I just know it when I smell it. You know what I'm saying? All right, that was not.
Good night,
Cut
folks.
that part.